it out and see how it look. Turn that off there. Let's see. Let's see. Is it live? We shall see in a second. Let's see. Is it live? We shall see in a second. All right. Cool. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Good to see everybody in the chat. Been a minute. Hope you guys are doing well. There's a lot that's happened. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. There's a lot that's happened, and a lot to cover, a lot to break down. But we're gonna go ahead and just tackle this the best we can. My apologies for this being late. I actually planned on doing this at 5, but I had a little bit of a maintenance over here with my internet, so yeah, that actually put a wrench in my actual plans. But nonetheless, we're here. Good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. As you guys can see, I am not alone. I actually have a special guest and obviously a returning panel member. He'll be back in June, join us officially, but he wanted to join us for this special occasion in regards to PlayStation news and just the industry itself, and that's Foxy Games UK. What's up, brother?
Hey, I'm good. How's everybody out there in gaming land?
You sound like, what's his name? Like, I heard that in a while. Just a quick little sound check, everybody in the chat. How do we sound? Last time we were live, apparently my mic was too low. So, and I actually listened back to it, and it was significantly kind of low. Let me know how we sound in the chat. Like, is he louder than me? Am I louder than him? Let me know. But until then, let's get back into this for a second. Fox, what you been playing, man?
Quite a few games. I've been sort of dipping in and out of Stellar Blades. Love that game. Really do. Love the visual art style.
Yeah, everybody's going crazy.
Boss battles. It's pretty cool. And I've also been playing, gotten back into Starfield. I gave that a long, wide berth because, when you keep hearing that major updates are coming,
Yeah,
when I hear stuff like that, I put the game on a hiatus because I want to enjoy the game as it was truly intended.
yeah.
So I don't want to get too far into things, and then they add all this stuff that it's gonna benefit people if they just started the game,
Mm.
rather than me being like 25, 30, 50% through. So that's great. I'm loving all of the options. It's probably the most versatile in terms of visual and performance options I've seen in a game outside of a PC. Really, it, there's so many different toggles. Like you got uncapped, you've got 120 hertz, you got 60 hertz, you got 40 hertz, you got 30, you got 30 performance, 30 quality, 40 performance, 40 quality. I mean, just there's so many. My preferred way to play it though is 40 FPS
Right.
in quality mode. Don't get me wrong, 60 FPS is nice, really is nice, but I've got a top tier TV,
Ah, so you want the eye
and
candy? You like the eye
I
candy?
want, yeah, I want a nice balance of visuals and performance, and I can live with 40 FPS.
Okay.
It's a nice balance. And I've also been playing, surprise, surprise. I don't know why I listen to the media on this one. I know better. And all of the know nothing uh, village gamers out there who don't know anything, never played the game, putting the game down. The game I'm talking about is the Callisto Protocol. Um, Maybe because the game's been patched to heaven by now.
Oh, yeah,
This game
definitely
came out
us.
so I'm getting the benefits of a game that's been patched. But I just love the game. It's really the graphics are off the chain,
Yeah,
really.
if the Smurman in that game was insane, brutality, all that. Like they were like this was a step
Man,
up
I feel
in the
like
right
I played a
direction.
movie.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
in
I
the right
said, I said,
direction.
yeah, I said to you before we went live. It reminds me of a super massive game. The visual level.
Yeah.
Like
Until
Until
dawn.
Dawn,
Yeah.
but in space, on a spacecraft,
What was that other game
in
that they
space.
came out? Aside from Until Dawn, what was the other? Was the court? Was it the quarry? Is that what it is? The quarry?
Quarry, yeah, they
Quarry.
did a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
They did a lot.
Great
And it
team.
also reminds me of obviously Dead Space. I think the game is. one of the leads on there is an ex Dead Space developer, and it also reminds me of certain sections of The Last of Us. You know, when you're sneaking around the clickers,
Yeah.
hoping not to get caught. There's lots of elements of that, sneaking up behind them and shivving them. So it's got all of those games sort of blended into one. And I've got the benefit of playing it late, so it's fully patched. I'm playing it on Xbox Series X, by the way, because for some reason they're still asking for a high price for the PS5 version, where I got it for $10. It's no brainer to,
Yeah.
keep in cheerful. As long as the game runs well, I don't care which platform I'm playing it on.
Yeah,
So those
no.
are the three things I'm sort of dipping in and out of at the
Okay.
moment. What about you?
Yeah, no, good. So yeah, no, it's funny you mentioned that game. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a sequel to for Dead Space. The remake. The remake was done so well. Unfortunately, though, according to EA, they canceled part 2, which is annoying. But what have I been playing? I've been playing. Shot. I see y'all in the chat. What's up? But one of them is in the chat. Has resigned. But I've been playing like Tekken 8 with him and my homie Watch Doge. We've been playing a lot of that. Just been climbing the ladder and ranked. Aside from that, I've been playing another game in general that I've been kind of under a little bit of an embargo for in terms of coverage for. But it's a game called Soul Slinger. I'm writing a review and everything for. I gotta finish it up, and like a few like breaks in between things. Been playing a little bit of Master Duel, and I was going to jump into Ghost of Tsushima, but we'll get into that in a second too. But Ghost of Tsushima is another thing I was going to jump into, but didn't.
But you haven't played it on the PlayStation?
No, I have. No, I'm talking for PC. Do like a comparison. I think I was going to do,
Okay.
but I already platinumed that a while ago, long time ago. So that's what I've been doing in terms of gaming. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate though. It is unfortunate to see, like in this day and age, you got to like really hit all the right notes when you first drop a game in order for the game to really do super well. Like get that type of moment. But unfortunately, it's just not the case now with these current games. A lot of these current games just fall flat, sadly.
I think the problem lies in choice. I think
Yeah.
as gamers these days, we're spoiled. You got all these streaming services, subscription services, games on tap,
Yeah.
right? People are thinking, well, I'm not supporting the game in the hope that it's going to drop in Game Pass. Like there is this mentality that if we don't buy the game, it will have to go into Game Pass because that's like its retirement home, really. Games that don't sell well.
Yeah.
We've seen it with Immortals, that Immortals game, right?
Yeah.
That didn't sell well. Where is it? It's in Game Pass.
I mean
Yeah.
that's a good segue into what's going on right now. There's a lot of talks. It's a lot of
There's a
talk.
lot of games. There's a lot of games that didn't even. It may. I'm not necessarily. I'm not saying it didn't sell well across the board. It may have sold well on PC or PlayStation, but let's talk, if we talk about Xbox, if a game doesn't sell well on Xbox, it's a high probability it may end up in Game Pass. And there's too many Game Pass subscribers out there hoping. And I'm telling you now, I'm telling you, this is not fabrication. I've seen people responding this in posts on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yep.
They're hoping a game fails, so it goes into Game Pass, so they don't have to buy it. They're hoping, and that's really short-sighted because there's no sequel to that game now.
Yeah, no, it is weird. Like, okay, I understand people who want it in there, they want to save money, but you got other people who get offended when they see it in Game Pass. It's weird. It's a weird situation in regards to it.
What do you mean offended? Like,
So, for example, as I said, it was a nice little segue. Like the whole Call of Duty thing, it's a lot going around in regards to this. I'm hearing a lot that the next Call of Duty might absolutely be in Game Pass, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, buy your game, support the developer, yada yada yada." But they're like, "Oh wait, why do I have to buy it on PlayStation if it's in Game Pass?" You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird weird things I'm seeing on Twitter in regards to it. Personally,
Why do you have to buy it on PlayStation?
yeah,
Because
because
Game Pass is not on
is
PlayStation.
that on PlayStation now? Again,
If Sony would allow it on there, then you wouldn't have to buy it.
yeah. So
But Sony ain't allowing it on there. There's your answer.
and the thing is
Whoever
too,
wants to know.
if you're all about buying and quote unquote supporting it, then it shouldn't affect you. You know what I mean? It shouldn't affect you. But that's just the way, that's social media at this point. Everybody has this weird
I'm
little
not
clicks.
concerned.
Yep.
I'm not concerned who has to pay for anything. Call of Duty. I'm concerned that if it goes into Game Pass, it won't get the same love and attention and quality it would have in the past.
Right.
Because, is the budget going to be high? Because think about it, right? I don't want to knock Game Pass because I'm a subscriber. And there are parts of Game Pass that I do agree with. But there is that element of Game Pass that it devalues games. And budgets, they don't increase for Game Pass, they decrease. Because if you're putting it in there and you're not counting on, blockbuster sales and it's all about engagement, then why should you blow 100 million on a game for its budget if it's going to live and die in Game Pass?
Shit,
Why would you?
some games in general missed a golden opportunity to get in that. Like one particular one was Suicide Squad. I'm surprised Suicide Squad did not strike a deal with Microsoft to get into that because I'm gonna be honest with you, that game was doomed from the start. Yeah, that game was doomed from the start. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm sure Microsoft approached them. Yeah, they probably couldn't agree on terms. If it doesn't go in there, it might be that the publisher was asking for a bunch of money, and Microsoft said, "Well, we're not paying that
Yeah.
much for it. Forget it." You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think so too. I really do believe that probably what's happened, but it's like ego got the better of him. Like you notice, like I don't know if you noticed, but the lead writer for that game is like that woman cannot take any form of criticism in regards to Suicide Squad. Like, you could say, "Hey, look, the game looks incredible," right? You could say the visual effects, you could say the VFX, like, all this stuff looks incredible, but man, this story makes no sense. She will legit just block you on Twitter. That woman has been on a blocking spree on Twitter for anybody who just flat out just. I forgot her name. She has me blocked on it because I made a post, and it wasn't even a crazy dig at the studio or anything. I basically said, it breaks my heart thinking. It's crazy. I remember this tweet, but I basically said it breaks my heart knowing that we could have gotten a Batman Beyond game for Kevin Conroy's final performance as Batman. But instead, we got Suicide Squad. And I said,
blocks for saying that.
Yeah. And I literally said, listen, I'm not going to add to the fire here, but I will say this. This is not a very satisfying ending for the Arkham series. Because, the Batman that's in the Suicide Squad, right?
That sounds like constructive
criticism. Right. This is all it is. Because like I flat out said, like listen, because you already know if you listened to the report.
She must have just come off a crunch.
Bro, she probably is. Right. She probably was. And that's why I was like, okay, that was just weird that she just started blocking everybody over that. But I said, listen, I literally did. I said, I'm not going to add to the fire here, but, this is a very unsatisfying ending for the Arkham series. And y'all already know, everybody in the chat, how iconic the Arkham series is. Excuse me, those who started from Batman Arkham Asylum and worked your way through, Arkham Knight and got to where we are here, you already know how epic that journey was. Despite some games in the series that probably weren't the best, you still had an epic journey leading you to where you are. You see what I'm saying? This was a great take on Batman, right? And then for it to be ended with that Batman just being died or killed unceremoniously, it just didn't make sense to me at all for Suicide Squad. It made no sense.
You know what hurt? You know what broke my heart?
Mm-hmm.
And it really shouldn't, because I own MetaQuest 3. Yeah, I've got one. That VR. But what broke my heart is there was this teaser for a new Batman game, and I really thought they were making a new Arkham game for console, and it turned out to be exclusive to VR. And I said, "Oh no!" Don't get me wrong, I like VR, but it wasn't the announcement I expected. I literally thought we were getting another Arkham game, like the good old days. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out to be exclusively VR. And I like VR, but I like VR in short spurts. I don't want to sit for hours with this head unit on. I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, my 2D gaming is still my preferred way of playing video games because I'm not restricted. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying? But I do like VR, obviously. So that annoyed me. But back to the Call of Duty thing. I tell you what, maybe Microsoft here
Mm.
don't care if they put it in Game Pass because, and maybe the budget won't be affected because they are counting on Nintendo and PlayStation gamers to pick up the slack because a lot of these people that play Call of Duty, yeah, they're casuals.
Yep.
I'm not lying. That they like we are hardcore. The people in the chat, the people that use X, but casuals aren't on X. Casuals just buy Call of Duty and FIFA every year.
Yeah.
They're not even part of the conversation. They don't know what's going on. They don't even follow YouTube channels.
Yeah.
They just know when they go into they just know it's coming out, yeah, and they go and pick up their game, and they play it or they buy it digitally, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. They're not part of the politics or the ins and outs. They're not listening to no podcasts. They're not. They don't care. So maybe Microsoft are counting on that contingent, right? Those. Well, I say contingent. It's the majority, isn't it? Because the hardcore is the minority. We
Yeah.
are, we are literally. How can I put it?
A vocal minority.
The hardcore gamer, right? We are
A niche group. You want to put it like
a
that?
niche. There you go. We're
Yeah. Niche. Yeah. A niche group.
We're niche. We are irrelevant to the whole business. They only have us here for the kudos. They only cater to us for kudos because we're the biggest mouths. We're like free advertising for them.
Yeah.
So if they lose us, they got to spend more money on marketing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're the vocal ones, but we're not the ones who give the money to these companies
Yeah.
en masse. It's
And I think that's what they're relying on. Like again, like it goes back like what you just said about casuals in general. Like casuals don't really care about obviously the whole console war. They just go what they want in a sense.
yeah.
So
And that's what Microsoft are counting on.
they're counting on them seeing the. What I really think they're just going to do. They're relying on optics. So they're going to see the game. Let's say hypothetically be 70 PlayStation, and then if it does go to Nintendo, is 70, and they're like, oh, over here on the Xbox camp, it's I guess for $1, whatever you can get it. You can play this game through Game Pass. I'm guessing that's the type of thing that they're relying on heavily in that regards, and that could help them with numbers, but again, would it? I mean, that's a big
Because
if.
that pertains to PC.
Yeah,
It is a conundrum,
that's a
right? You're
big
gonna
if.
let Game Pass for Xbox is probably guaranteed.
Yeah,
But what about PC gamers? Are they gonna get it too, or do they have to pay like PlayStation? Because then if they have to pay and they're Game Pass subscribers, there's gonna be a problem.
yeah.
I don't mind PlayStation gamers complaining.
Unless they do
PC
have it
gamers
in
gonna be vocal.
I would think they would have it in Game Pass plural, not just Xbox, right? It would be in the PC side of things too, so PC gamers would have
Well,
access to it.
there are games that go
And
to PC that even console don't get.
right, and then the rest of and then those who don't want it in Game Pass, they can just get it through Steam. So I would think that the options would still be there to purchase it. There for Steam users. It's just going to be kind of like a try. I mean, that's technically what Game Pass was originally going to be, right? It was like a blockbuster thing. It's like a try before you buy.
So you think, right, that it will launch day and date into PC Game Pass as well?
There is a good chance it might, but at the same time, I'm not really
What if it
sure.
doesn't?
If it
What
doesn't,
if it doesn't?
and it is just it's available everywhere, then the only thing in terms of Call of Duty announcement wise that Microsoft probably would make in the future, and this would be a future announcement, is all the OG Call of Duty games that you have played. Because remember, they just recently, not too long ago, I think it was like two years ago now, did they fix the servers for all the OG Call of Duty games on the Xbox sort of thing or side of things. Maybe they'll announce that those games are now officially in Game Pass, and that's part of like the whole package in general. That's like the only thing I can think of because I don't see
I
much.
personally think, right? This is gonna sound controversial, and I'm cutting my own throat here because I'm a Game Pass subscriber, and I would be missing out on access to this game. But I think Call of Duty should be off the table. That should be a retail game only, going to Game Pass, maybe 12 months later. Seriously, I don't think it should go day and date into Game Pass. I really don't think it should.
Yeah.
And that's not to appease PlayStation gamers or Nintendo gamers who have to pay for it. I just think it devalues that franchise. You know, it's like, will they even advertise Call of Duty anymore? If maybe this one they will, but look, how much advertisement that you remember when Halo was a big deal? Do you remember? We all know Halo used to be a big deal, right?
It was an event, yeah.
On the 360, like people, it was a big deal. Now Halo just goes into Game Pass. Like there's hardly any Swan song. There's
Yeah.
nothing, right? The same thing with Hellblade. Like we're 4 days out because it's 12 midnight here now. So this is 4 days away, yeah,
Yeah.
right? And what have you seen?
Mm.
What have you seen? They,
Yeah.
I got criticized for saying this, but for posting this, but I seen a launch trailer that is it's also a recap, but it says launch trailer.
Mm.
Hellblade 2, the story so far. So this is labeled launch trailer, and it's an official trailer. It's not somebody that's put it up.
Yep.
It's an official Xbox trailer, and it's just stone etchings and some bloke reading bedtime stories. There's not nothing. There's no CGI. There's nothing. I know the game's only 6 hours, so they can't show too much gameplay. But damn, at least show some CGI. Show
Yeah.
some live action then. Real actors.
Yeah.
Do something. It's just somebody talking, and you feel like you could just fall asleep to this voice.
Were you so? I had to ask some. So okay, I had to ask some friends, who do Xbox podcasts about Hellblade because I forgot Hellblade was even coming out. In fact, everybody in the chat, did y'all even knew Hellblade was coming out this month? Because personally, I didn't even know. I forgot all about Hellblade 2. And the thing is, we haven't seen any advertisement for Hellblade 2. The only advertisement you technically got, I guess, was on social media. And then after that was it. I didn't see any crazy advertisement like on YouTube. I haven't saw nothing in regards to
Remember when
Hellblade 2.
Sony had it?
Yeah.
First one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Remember when Sony had it, the deal with Ninja Theory? It was only on PlayStation 4. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been on PC at the same time as well. But Sony
What up, Dragon?
marketed the hell out of it. You understand? I remember Hellblade. Everyone was talking about Hellblade when leading up to its launch. Everybody. There was people posting on Twitter. I was seeing trailer after trailer. You were seeing the developer diaries years leading up to the game's release.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw it. I saw Hellblade posters on tubes, like train stations in the UK. It was everywhere. Posters on buses, and it's like this game's being treated with disrespect, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's
It's a
no,
travesty.
like, the budget's there for the game. The game looks incredible. If you played the original
It does.
Hellblade, this is like night and day. This is top tier, what Ninja Theory's doing. This looks incredible. But it's like, you would think an incredible looking game like this would get some crazy advertisement from Microsoft.
Look,
I haven't seen anything, and I'm only seeing the YouTubers cover this or commenters on Twitter. Yeah.
PlayStation-y game. You know,
Yeah.
Microsoft always been complaining that they don't have the quality of PlayStation. They don't have those single-player narrative, high-quality blockbuster games that PlayStation produces. Yeah, remember they've been saying that.
Yeah.
People have been asking for that type of experience on Xbox.
They haven't.
This is the most PlayStation-y, story narrative heavy, visually heavy, amazing looking game. That's so close to a Sony type game.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are they doing? Nothing with it. It's probably going to play well. I'm probably going to enjoy it, all 6-7 hours of it. Yeah, I'm going to love it.
So
The build up is lame. Like, where's the build up for this game?
yeah, I haven't it. Now, Dragon, One Array Dragon said he saw billboards for it on 42nd Street. Okay, so you saw some advertisement. I haven't seen anything over here. Nothing crazy. No advertisements on YouTube. There's no advertisements in like TV. I haven't seen anything in regards to it. I'm not saying
They need billboards. They just need a good trailer
and just share it on.
Media,
Right.
also social media activity. But we are getting social media activity, but it feels muted. It doesn't scream buy me.
Yeah.
It doesn't scream play me.
Did you?
It's just
Yeah.
like I'm coming and I'm going type of game.
Right.
Come and gone type of game. That's how they're treating it. It's
Mm.
coming, it'll be gone. I guarantee you, a month after Hellblade 2 releases, no one's going to be talking about it.
Let me talk. You know what? Actually, that's let's get into Metacritic score because I guess that's the big thing everybody's anticipating for this too. Drag, what you think this game's going to get? A lot of people are very, very worried. People are already in that crazy. They're in that crazy breakdown phase of what's going on. Apparently, this game has less trophies or less achievements, etc., than the original Hellblade, etc. So I am curious to see what Metacritic is going to be for this. Granted, Metacritic does not put no, it ain't going to put no, effect on whether or not I buy it or not. But it is interesting to see how this is going to be. What up, Strick? I see you, bro. What up? Did you get everything up and working, Strick? Let me know in the chat. But back to this. Metacritic scores. What you thinking? You
82.
thinking? You think 80? You think 80?
82.
82? Okay.
Yeah, I say 82. And I think the pro Xbox sites will give it 9s and 10s. The anti Xbox sites will give it 4s and 5s.
Okay.
Typically, right? Typically. That goes for PlayStation as well. It's interchangeable, that.
Okay.
The haters lower it. And then the liars and the delusionals, they'll probably give it 11 or 12 out of 10.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? But Metacritic will probably land at around 82. And guess what? 82 is a good score, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think if it's not in the 90s, it's not a good game. Hell, 75, 70 is good. It just means there's issues. Maybe there's issues like pacing, story pacing issues, gameplay issues. I don't know. But when did 7 out of 10? When was 7 out of 10 bad? When did 8 out of 10 become bad? Why does everything?
You know what it is?
9,
It comes down. It comes down to that bragging, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, we got more 10 rated games." Remember, it goes from how many exclusives we have compared to you. Now it's like, "Oh, we got this many 10 rated or 9 rated games than you." That's basically what people do. That's social media for you. It doesn't matter. It has no merit on the game in that regards. But that's social media. What you just bringing up, the stupidity there. So I'm looking at the chat. Everybody is saying 80s. The highest I've seen is 108 Drag. He says 89. Damn, no one believes in the 90. Okay, no one believes in the 90.
I would say 90. I would say 90. But I haven't seen the game.
Yeah.
I haven't played the game. You know what I'm saying? Trailers. I've seen gameplay trailers from months and months ago. But that I can't. I'm not gonna say 90s, and I haven't played the game.
Yeah.
Based on the first game, if it's anything like the first game, it deserves to be in the 90s.
Yeah.
But not every sequel hits like the original.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You know?
So I'm looking at this. Okay. So you know, I don't know, man. I it's hard for me to get like I don't want it's hard for me to predict how this is going to be because everything is so weird. I think it is safe to say like an 80. I wouldn't go 82. I'll probably go like 86, 85, 84-ish range. I'll go about
be
there.
In the 80s.
Yeah, I can see 80s for this. The game doesn't look bad.
Because I say 82 because there's too much hate around.
Yeah,
games,
Hellblade 2.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of negativity around games for some reason. You know what I mean? I don't know what has happened, but when I was coming up playing video games, there wasn't this much discourse and toxicity. Like, you know what I'm saying? 80 was an amazing score back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Like 9s and 10s were reserved for those pristine games.
Yeah. I mean, I do know a few people who got it early. They got review codes. Shout out to Lord Cognito, he's playing it. Shout out to Boom, he's playing it. A few others, a few other people I know who are playing it. They're saying they're loving it. They're saying that it is incredible. It's top tier. So I hope that, listen, I hope that it is and everybody perceives it the way they are and it is one of those things because Microsoft really needs that break. It needs that shot. It needs that really, really crazy standout games.
What would you have given the Order 1886?
At the start, at the
No, after
original.
finishing the game. Once you finish the game, you played it. You ignore what everyone thought of it and the media. What
So
score would you give in that game?
if I remember correctly, they were giving that game like 50s at the start. I gave that game like a 70 at the start when I first beat the order. Like when I first beat
Okay.
it, like a 70,
That's,
like 80. I gave it.
see, this thing is so subjective, right? Because if you listen to some reviewers, the game's below average.
Yeah.
But when you play it for yourself, like it nowhere near below average. Nowhere near.
Yeah, no,
You understand what I'm saying?
the thing that hurt the Order 1886 is not necessarily whether or not it was average on it. The thing that hurt Order was the fact that there was less content there for it. You know what I mean? Like once you get it felt like once the story really started to get going, it ended. If that makes sense. Like after the twist happened with the vampires and all that stuff, and then
It felt
after
like
you
it was
get
rushed.
right. After you get
Story
to us
was
the
rushed.
vampires, the whole thing just legit ended. And like you got past, and even then, the big twist in regards to the Order 1886, like I'm pretty sure everybody who played it, y'all kind of saw the twist coming along a mile away. It's like, okay, so I'm supposed to believe that this one werewolf is the only werewolf we're going to see that's elder, that she can talk and is actually methodical. Nah, I guarantee you one of them is actually in the order. And guess what? It happens to be the damn council's son. And you killed the council's son, and now you're out the order. So,
I get the feeling, right, that during the course of that game,
yeah.
they were told to get busy with it, or the budget was cut, and they had to cut corners because you can see that the game has brilliance in some areas,
And other areas
like
weren't
the
really
order,
thought
and
out.
then other areas that look like, oh, we got to get this thing out.
Yeah. Some areas were
This
thrown in there
game
to
takes
pad
so
it.
long.
Right. Like that whole stealth section, you remember what I'm talking about? Where you had to like take out the enemies in the courtyard. That was thrown in there to pad the game clearly. To slow the game down. They had to throw that in there.
Well, I platinumed that game, so it must have been good
Did-
in my eyes. Because
Yeah,
you
no.
rarely platinum a game, rarely.
I mean, it was the most straightforward game to platinum. It's not really hard to do. It was just literally,
No, it's not. It's not difficulty. It's my attention span.
yeah. Oh, no.
If
That's, yeah.
a game, if a game, if I could get a platinum playing a game for 2 hours, but the game doesn't hold my attention for 10 minutes, I don't care about that platinum. I don't care if it takes 2 hours. I'm not gonna bother. It's not the difficulty. It's like, does the game hold my? Is it intriguing enough for me to even bother? I mean, because I really enjoyed the game. So you're right. It wasn't hard to platinum at all.
Yeah.
I wanted to search every corner of that game. The graphics were so good. That's what made it easy for me to platinum it. It
Yeah.
wasn't even a difficulty because I played it on the hardest because I found it easy.
Yeah. And
I found it really easy.
that's how, like, for me, I just I literally was so like blown away by the atmosphere of that game. Like I literally went everywhere. Like I just naturally found everything because I literally went to so many different spots and
Was that to take in the world and the
take in the
visuals and
world, see everything it
There you
was,
go.
see
There you
the gore. Like the gore in that game was insane. It was really, really good for what we got at the beginning. But then this game still, like, it's crazy. That game still has the best werewolf transformation I've seen in a video game.
better than movies.
Right.
I've seen it doing it better than movies, like Hollywood movies.
Like if I picture werewolves, if werewolves existed, I would picture them low key to be just like that. Like the way that elder changed, you know what I mean? Like where he looks at you all methodical, like he wasn't even werewolf form. He was eating the corpse or whatever. Then he turns like a damn zombie. Then he turns around. He's like, oh look, a threat. Then he transforms into the damn werewolf. Like that's something. Like low key, I would think like because it's nightmare fuel, and the reason why I say it's nightmare fuel, if y'all remember in the game, their eyes lit up in the dark, like they can actually hunt you. They were like, you know what I mean? It was actually taunting them. It was like smelling and finding them. I was like, bro, that's horror. Like that is pure horror. Like I needed more of that. If they literally took all that other stuff out the game for the Order 1886 and made it more of just like that first Elder encounter where you're like sneaking around, you got to avoid this guy because you don't have that much, you're kind of like healing or whatever, that would have been even more crazy. But they needed more sections like that in the game. It was just too good. It was too good.
I like the council parts, where they're in the council meetings.
Yep.
Like you got all of them, the old ones, and everyone's all dressed up in their uniforms.
Uh-huh.
Like the visuals are just splendid.
They did
I don't
that,
know how they
yeah.
even accomplished it so early in the PS4's life.
That
But here's the joke.
modernized look on the, it was like the round, it was like basically the round table, basically Knights of the Round Table, but it was like a
It
modernized
was,
look.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like a modernized
It was
look.
like a steampunk
Right.
down to the round table with werewolves. But here's the joke, right? I draw a comparison though. Like I mean, I'm not comparing these two games because that would obviously not be fair.
Yeah,
Because
it's not.
one is the PS4 generation and this is the Xbox Series X. So there is no comparison in terms of versus. But when I look at the Order 1886, I see parallels being drawn and comparisons to actually Hellblade 2. Because think about it, right? They're very high fidelity, visually striking games for their time, and they're both in some kind of letterbox format,
Yeah.
and they're both 30 FPS, and they're both designed to play like a movie. You know, like movies are 24 frames, right? Cinema is 24 frames. Okay, Uh, you get a lot of people complaining about the soap opera effect. Like
Yeah.
they cannot watch a movie with that soap opera effect that you get with these modern TVs now, right? People are purists. They like their cinema at 24 frames per second. And that obviously it's horrible to play a game that way because you're panning cameras and you're seeing all the judder. But when you've got the right amount of motion blur at 30 and you play these type of games, same goes for Quantum Break. They're so cinematic, they get away with being 30.
Yep.
They actually get away with it because they're
Quantum,
not exactly
Quantum had
fast
that
paced.
TV show too that implemented though. I don't know. That was a different, like that was an ambitious attempt from them, but I was like, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, weapons were
Why do you
fired
think?
in that order. Yeah.
Why do you think they went for the letterbox effect? Do you think that was to save on resources to pump out the best visuals, or do you think they did it just as a design choice and make it play out like a movie?
I mean, well, considering the fact that PS4 and Xbox One were kind of outdated from the jump, remember how they flat out said that when they launched? It probably was a mixture of both right out the gate. So it probably was a big mixture of both. But
What was outdated about the PS4? Only the CPU.
yeah, but
You had a crappy Jaguar CPU, but everything else was perfect
yeah,
for its
but
time.
yeah,
Had
but
a wonderful GPU.
it was
You
maxed
can see
out.
the difference.
Yeah, but it was maxed out immediately. And remember, like I remember when we first saw PS4, when we got that February 20th conference, they were talking about what we're going to get, and even Diablo 4 developer flat out said, "Yo, hey, listen, PS4 is looking killer, right?" And then as soon as he says PS4 looking killer, it felt like the launch was there. And then once we got to the launch, not even a month after launch, you had that same developer say, "Yeah." Yeah, PS4 and Xbox One, we already maxed them out pretty much. Yeah, we're just getting what
Yeah,
we
but they
get.
still managed to get God of War, Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West running on it. Good though.
I know.
Maxed out, but they got PS5 games running on it to this day. In fact, that's why half of Sony's monthly active users don't even own a PS5. There's no need because they keep releasing games on PS4.
And they just haven't given that incentive to jump to PS5. They just haven't done it.
That's the Jim Ryan made the biggest. I can understand why he did it. COVID,
Yeah.
the lack of components to make PS5s. They were worried that if they spend 100+ million on games, there's not going to be enough PS5 users to justify the budgets. So I can understand why he did it then. But the problem with him doing that is we're still in this cross-generation phase where it feels like the PS5 and to some extent Series X never really took off. It don't even feel like next-gen systems. They feel like upgrades of last-gen systems.
Yeah.
I'm saying 'cause we're still seeing the same games. I mean, how many games are PS5 only? Less than 10. I'd say 5 good ones. It's probably around 10, and only 5 of them are worth really saying day one games. You know what I'm saying? Day one purchases, right?
Yeah.
And then when you contrast that with the amount of PS5 games that are actually out, you think to yourself, why do I need to buy a PS5 again?
Yeah.
You know, why?
especially with these new tiers and stuff like that for Plus. They're just not a real
I'm not
reason.
thinking that. I'm happy with my PS5. I can understand other people
Yeah,
when they say, well, there's no need for me to buy PS5 or Xbox Series because I'm still getting these games running on my Xbox One X or
yeah,
Xbox One S or PS4 Pro or PS4.
yeah,
And I think that was Sony and Xbox's major mistake. They did this whole cross-gen thing for way too long. We are 4 years in to these systems, right? And when you think about the past, consoles typically change generations 5 to 6 years, right? They do. Like back in the day, it used to be 5 years, right? New console.
yeah.
6 years, new console. It's only because of like the economy that we started seeing 7, 8 year cycles, right?
Mm.
But when times are good and the economy's good, it's 5 or 6 years. In Xbox's case, 4 years,
Mm.
because they went from OG Xbox to 360 in 4 years.
Mm.
Yeah, remember that,
Mm.
right? So we're 4 years in. We are in the whole life cycle. Think about this, chat. The OG Xbox lifespan, pretty much the PS4 and Series X lifespan now, and we're still seeing games released on last gen systems. Come on, man. That's why people feel like this generation was a bit of a washout. Not to say we didn't get good games, but it doesn't feel, and there's nothing exclusive
It don't feel
on
like
either of
that
these
top
consoles.
tier, right? It doesn't feel insanely
Yeah,
top
there's nothing
tier.
like to say, oh, this is worth having. Like, unless you care about a bit of ray tracing and maybe 120 hertz, if you
Right.
can hold that for me. You know,
Yeah,
if you got VRR on your TV. If
I heard
there's
that.
so many stipulations, right, to enjoying a game today. Like, you need the right TV, you need the right hard drive, you need the right everything. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're gonna have a terrible experience. You might as well be on last gen.
yeah. No, I feel that. I definitely feel that. King got a question for Strictly. He said, "When does GT7 and Last of Us 2 come into PC?" Shit, GT7 is probably what the so. In terms of list of games, I think we're down to three, aren't we, guys? We're down to three at this point. GT7, Bloodborne, Demon Souls. So it ain't.
Demon Souls, I don't class Demon Souls as a PS5 exclusive. It's
No,
a
no, no, no.
remake.
In terms of games that was reportedly going to PC, that was last reported on
Oh,
those.
okay.
Yeah, no, no,
Well,
no,
I'm not
not
gonna say
that. But
to the chat. Sorry.
those are the last three that I remember. Strict. So you ain't got that long from this. As far as Last of Us 2, I mean, shit, you already got that repackaged, if I remember correctly. So that's
Don't get me wrong
probably
though.
the
I'm
last one.
happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my experiences that I've had
Mm,
on the PS5 and Series X and Nintendo Switch even. I'm happy.
mm.
I can understand why half of the users are still on PS4. I can understand why Xbox Series X is only selling a fraction of what they've done in the past. What do you expect when you give people options to play the game on cheaper, lesser hardware that they've owned for 10 years now?
Yeah. They look at it like, okay,
People,
if I can play it, I'm not forced to get the new
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
don't care if they're playing it at 30,
Yeah.
28, 21 frames per second. They don't care.
Like, yeah.
You
Like,
need to make people, give them a reason to upgrade. Like,
yeah.
you
Like,
can't play this nowhere else.
a lot of people think like there's this crazy misconception even about PC. Like people think all PC gamers are playing at like 4K. You can ask Cassie and Jay. Now all PC gamers are playing at no damn 4K, 120 dollars. No, they're playing at 1440p. That's really where everybody's stopping at. Because 1080p is on its way out. They're about to be done with 1080p monitors. But a lot of people are playing 1440p. That's going to be the norm anyways, 1440p. I would say a good chunk now are probably still in 1080p, I would say. But it's more likely still, I would say it's fluctuating between 1440p to 1080. And they're just playing a performance. That's what they're doing. So it's like, it's
I want
different.
to I want to shout out Sean Benjamin's comment. He said, Bit Cloud Gaming.
Mm,
Another thing is that gamers in general have become spoiled. That's what I said earlier. It's
mm.
too The spoiling comes from too many options, entry level prices.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's nice that everyone gets the game. You don't have to be gaming's no longer this luxury thing anymore. Thank you, Microsoft. But at the same time, that has a negative effect as well. And the negative is the prestige is gone. So everything's on the table now. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't have to. You don't need money no more to enjoy to play games. You just need $12.99 a month.
Yeah.
Right? But the problem with that is the quality of games is reduced. The budgets are lower, and there's so many spread so thinly that there's too much available. Like people have only got so much time and attention
Yep.
in this world. Like especially if you're my age, if you're an old goat like me, yeah. Like I ain't got time to play all the games. My life will be gone. I've got other things going on in life. You know what I mean? I ain't got time. I got to pick my spots and enjoy what I'm playing. Right? I ain't got time to have a buffet of games. I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
So
it's funny looking at the chat, Eric. You said you can't tell the difference, all that stuff. I remember I was arguing with somebody on social media in regards to 4K and 1440. This dude said the difference between 4K, I want y'all to sit down for this, but he said the difference between 1440p and 4K is shadow quality. I'm going to let you guys process that in the chat.
better quality.
Shadow quality is the difference between 1440p and 4K. I was like, yeah, this is.
There's a lot more than that.
That's a lot. That's not what we're talking about. It's
if
pickles.
if only it was just shadow quality. If only. That would be wonderful. What? All I get is reduced.
Oh Lord,
That'd be lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
LED,
hilarious thing.
Listen, when you change resolution, it doesn't just change the visual clarity. It also changes things like LOD.
Mm-hmm.
It changes. You know what I'm saying? The higher your resolution, the higher your frame rate, the lower the LOD. On these, I'm talking about consoles and PCs that aren't the highest spec. Yeah.
So, let me get there. Sorry, my alerts went off. I just now saw this. My bad. I've been away, guys. Been away. Shout out to Iman Rich Swag Lord, the family, the homie. Channel member. He's now a new silver tier channel member. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Shout out to Cult Classic Cage with the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, back to this.
It's trying to make it $50. Yeah. This ain't no budget. This ain't no Game Pass. Oh, somebody's joking.
This guy. Let's get to this, man. So now we got a few things going here. I do want to get into these topics. This is hilariously happening. Yeah.
PlayStation CEOs.
Helldivers 2, man. This is what up, Pickle? Hey, shot the Blaze with the 5, man. Thank you. So
Blaze, I can buy a coffee now, bro. Thanks.
back to this for a second here. Helldivers 2 has officially dethroned God of War in terms of the fastest selling PlayStation game that they've ever had. This is actually shocking. It sold over 12 million in the midst of crazy. Over 12 million sold, and the crazy thing is too, this news comes literally right after they completely shit the bed with the PC community for a bit, where they basically said it's required for you to have internet. Now, we didn't get a chance to talk about that. I can get why a lot of people were like, oh, well, you need a PSN for the crossplay feature, PC, PlayStation. True. But here's the thing. This is where Sony messed up majorly when it came to Helldivers 2. They sold this game in countries where PS Plus was not available at all. And then decided, hey, we're going to turn the switch on. So basically, the countries that didn't have Plus were immediately locked out of a game that they were probably still playing or were still playing and were all in on. In fact, if you look at the sales for Hellblade 2, it was 60-40%. So 60% on Steam versus 40% on PlayStation. So they were legit going all in supporting this game. But unfortunately, when they made that switch, this right here led to a bunch of, mass hysteria. People were getting refunds, which shows how good the return policy is for Steam. And literally in less than 24 hours, Sony reversed the decision. Now, this was good. This just goes to show, and I keep telling people this, like, the last time I've seen gamers unified on a PlayStation side of things, and hell, you can throw Xbox in this too. as well as Nintendo, was with the whole DRM situation at the start of the PS4 gen. The fact that we have never had the community unified like that to make better changes for these consoles, especially in this generation, where you've gotten substantially more remakes of games that don't need remakes, is pretty telling, and it's insulting in a sense. I saw this, I was like, damn, and I was like, that's crazy that they got changed that quick. Sony was like, hey, we hear you. When was the last time you saw Sony do that for the PlayStation community? And I'll tell you why they didn't do that for the PlayStation community. Because a lot of people in the PlayStation community would rather play Twitter, argue, and accept everything, and then try to deflect by bringing down the other platform. And so...
You're talking about refunds.
Yeah, well, no, just in general, like how the situation was handled, like reversing and speaking up. You didn't see that. You don't see a lot of that.
Yeah, that was the PC community that made that change.
Yeah. Like this was insane. So I saw it. I was like, "Damn, this is crazy." It was a good moment, though. It was,
but
it was a good moment.
To be honest, though, the PlayStation gamers didn't affect them, so that's why they didn't try and change it. That was a problem for PC gamers only.
Yeah, and that's literally. And the funny thing is, the PC community is one carrying this damn game. So it's like. When you got when you got the PC community buying it the way they are, and the damn game's doing this
don't
well,
don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah,
here's the problem I got with Sony though.
Go ahead.
See, this is the disrespect Sony has. Right, people think I go in on Xbox. I don't just go in on Xbox. I'm an equal opportunities type person these days. Yeah, I will slander them all and praise them all now. I ain't for one or the other. No horse in this race. Here's what I don't like about Sony. They allow Steam to no quibble refund, but their own PlayStation network got to beg and they still tell you no. Try and get a refund for a game you buy digitally on the PlayStation Store.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Try, unless the game is like Cyberpunk at launch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no refund.
Yeah,
So I don't know how they can have that policy for Steam. I know it's a totally different platform, but it's still your game. You're allowing PC gamers the privilege of saying, I don't want it no more. Give me my money back. But PlayStation gamers, they just got to take it. That's disrespectful. Like, it should be for across the board. I don't know why Sony don't have a refund policy. If you haven't played the game for longer than 2 hours, they should give you a refund if you don't like the game. Unless the game only takes 2 hours to beat. If it's an indie game and it took 2 hours to beat, no refund because you completed the game.
Yeah.
You see your last trophy. But if it's a big game, like a game that's more than 2 hours, you got somewhat a minor way through it. And you didn't like it, you didn't like the performance, you didn't like the game, it's not what you thought it was. Right. There shouldn't be a problem. They should just... If you don't want to give them back the money to the payment that they used, give them in PlayStation Store credits. But give them something back. Because not only are we paying for PlayStation access online, PC gamers don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You're letting them have refunds through Steam. And we don't get any of those privileges. It's a disrespect. And it's not just Sony that's doing it. Microsoft are just as bad. They don't force none of these PC gamers to pay to play online. But everyone on their consoles has to pay for a lesser experience. They got to pay to play online. It's a disgrace.
And again, they do it because they know they get away with it, and people just accept it. And that's the problem. They always find some loophole to try to damage control for, and it's on both sides.
There's no loophole. If you can do it for one, you can do it for the other. Yeah. I guarantee you, right? I know gamers, right? And we don't really muck around. If we like a game, we're keeping it.
Yeah.
Gamers don't like to swindle like that. We don't play a game and just say, oh, I want my money back so I can go buy a Diet Coke and a Happy Meal. No one's doing that. People buy games, they usually keep them if they like them, right? There's not many people out there that's swindling like that. So Microsoft and Sony should allow proper Steam-type refunds if you haven't played more than 2 hours of the game, and we shouldn't be paying to play online. Why don't you factor that into the cost of the game? You put it up to $70. That should cover online for a whole fucking year.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He said, so Sean brought up a good point. He says, did you forget that there was a huge backlash when Sony was tried to shut down PS3 and Vita? They backtracked on that. True, they did. That's a good point. I forgot about that. But if I remember correctly, they didn't do that. They didn't do that within 24 hours, like a week or something like that. I'm talking about how fast they responded. Like this was
What did they
insane.
do?
You
They
remember?
just kept the servers going. You
Yeah.
can't buy a game from PS3. You have to load up your wallet from a PS4 or PS5 to buy a game on PS3. All they did is keep the store open. There's no transactions on a PS3. You cannot buy a game from your PS3 PlayStation store. So they really didn't do anything. That they just kept the store open, which they should be doing anyway. Because people are still buying games.
People are still on.
Playing.
Not only that, people are still on
Online.
PS3. Yeah, people are still on it.
Exactly. I play PS3, bro. I play it.
People have not left
I played
PS3.
Mortal Storm the other day.
Yeah, I'm saying people aren't leaving PS3. They're still on that. It's free online, and they're all on it.
Listen, you try to buy a game on PS3. Go on, I dare you. If you don't own a PS5 or PS4, you're not buying. You can't buy.
So you
nothing.
you can't access the store at all on PS3.
No, you can, but you can't buy nothing unless you got a PS4 or a PS5. You have to put the money on your wallet from your current consoles or your next gen console, whatever you want to call it, and then the money will show up on your PS3. But you can't put a card in. You can't do a transaction on your PS3 without loading your wallet from the PS5 or the PS4. You know what I mean?
No. I didn't even know.
You need to own those consoles as well just to buy a game on your PS3.
Oh, see, I don't even know. Blaze probably know. He was on his PS3 like what a couple of days ago.
No,
He
I'm
was on that.
telling you, I was on the store just 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and I saw something I wanted, and I do own the PS4 Pro, and the PS5, but even I couldn't be bothered going to put money on my wallet on those cards. I just said, "Sod it, I'm not buying it. I won't bother.
Okay.
I won't bother. I just won't bother." I think it was DLC or something I wanted to buy. It wasn't even a game. It was like just DLC or a level or a car or a track or something. I really can't remember, but the hassle of going on I just couldn't be bothered to sign it. I know it sounds like this is easy for anyone to do. People put in the chat probably thinking all you had to do was go on your PS5 and add money to the wallet. But to be honest, I couldn't listen. Trust me, I just couldn't be bothered.
Hey, what about the app? What about the app on your phone? Did it work to that too? No.
Nah, that doesn't run no more, man. What with PS3?
The new app for PS5.
Oh, you mean the app on the PS5 app?
Yeah, you can use
I
your phone.
suppose I could have.
Yeah, you could have done that.
You know what it was? I saw it as a roadblock. I don't know why, but it is easy to put money on your wallet. But when I saw the message saying you have to do this, I just thought, I just want to play a game.
Nah.
It was a roadblock for me. Like I couldn't be bothered to go in another room because my PS3 is not even in the same room. I just couldn't be bothered to go and fetch I just couldn't be bothered because that's the society we live in now. Like our attention spans, we've been trained this way. In fact, I blame social media. Our attention spans are so minute these days. Like some people can't even be bothered to take a shit in the toilet, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They can't be bothered to go and Google. They're asking you the question on Twitter, right? When they could just Google it. Why are they waiting for you to answer, which could take an hour or a day? They can just type it in on Google and get their answer now. But they're not doing that. They're asking you on a question about something, which Google could just answer for them in seconds. That's why I say, why are you asking me? Just Google. I say, Google is your friend. People complain I haven't responded in answering the question because I haven't seen your post yet. I got a life. I saw it 24 hours later. I'm sorry, you got Google. You don't even need to type. Just speak to your phone. Hey Google.
What's up? What's up, Hoffman? I see you, bro. What's up?
You know you can go on your phone and say, "Hey Google," and ask it a question. Like it's that easy. But people be posting
Google
on my
Scholars
account, asking me questions. And getting upset that I haven't answered them quick enough. You got Google.
Yeah.
Hey man, what can I say, man?
Let me
I find it strange. I just find it weird. I think you know what? I don't want to go too far into the conspiracy theories.
What up, Locum? Yeah.
I swear, as a society, a global, we're just dumbed down now.
Yeah.
We are literally dumbed down. Like everybody's got a degree of stupid, and it's not their fault. It's just the way society is constructed now. We just can't be bothered to think for ourselves or do anything.
Yeah,
I
it's
can see like I can just see the world becoming dumber and dumber, man.
yeah. I feel you. I feel that. I feel that. Shit.
Even
Um.
Sony offering you ways
mm,
for you to cheat at the game. They got some kind of patent patent or whatever, right? That allows the like you to bypass parts of the game that you can't beat. Like you don't have to try no more, bro. There's easy
I
mode
think
for a
I've heard
reason,
about
right?
that. Yeah, it was some weird thing. You could like
Even
skip
but
it.
even
Yeah.
but bro, there's easy mode for a reason. Every game has an easy mode, and people like Sony even know that people can't be bothered to even go to easy mode to finish a level.
Yeah.
But they're gonna make AI do it for you.
Yeah. No. Let me
Soon,
let
you
me
won't be able
reel
to
this.
wipe your own ass soon.
Let me reel this in for a second here. There are a few topics I do want to get to for sure, because we're past the hour mark. So let me get into this Assassin's Creed thing. Yes, I was going to talk about that. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Listen, the last Assassin's Creed game that I bought and I absolutely was over the moon for, I enjoyed, was Odyssey. I did not buy Valhalla. I did not buy Mirage at all, even though I thought Mirage looked
Mirage
good.
is
Didn't buy Mirage. I heard so much about it, didn't get it. I'm
amazing.
probably going to end up going back and getting Mirage and Valhalla and playing through them myself. But I didn't. Basically, the desire for me to buy those two games was not there. I didn't buy those two games. I skipped them altogether.
Why?
I just didn't
Why?
really. I don't know. Wasn't really feeling
Is
it
it
at the time.
is it Valhalla and that put you off because they're too long?
Well, so the thing is, okay, Odyssey was a breath of fresh air because it was open. You had all this great stuff you can do. You basically had powers and all that stuff, right? And then after that, you have Valhalla, and remember Valhalla came in the midst of God of War Ragnarok, and it literally looked damn near identical to Ragnarok. It felt like they were just trying to copy Ragnarok, and I was like, and with Odyssey type of thing, I was like, I've had enough of that. I don't feel like playing this game for 100+ hours. I want to take a break. I didn't bother getting Valhalla. But the thing that turned me off from Valhalla, if y'all remember the early gameplay that leaked and ended up being true, it's like you got Vikings acting as assassins. I don't know how anyone can sit here and say that makes any sense. Vikings are not stealth assassins.
It's a game though, bro. You can do anything in a game, right?
Yeah.
You can have a black samurai these days, you know? You can do anything.
So speaking of that, Origins. I played Origins. I don't think Origins was. I think Origins was before Odyssey, right? So I played Origins. That's the one where they were in Egypt. So yeah, I enjoyed Origins, but the last one I enjoyed after Origins was obviously Odyssey, and then I just fell off afterwards. I hadn't played a
Hey,
single
Mirage.
Assassin's Creed.
You know what Mirage is? Mirage is how Assassin's Creed games should be. Not too long, streamlined, and interesting. Remember the first Assassin's Creed? The
Yeah,
very first one?
the first one, the kills were personal because you got to know the person. You
This
had
is how
saw.
this is how this one feels.
Oh, okay, so
Mirage
I'll go
feels
back and definitely
personal.
check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I finished it on. I enjoy it so much, right? I completed it on Xbox Series, and I bought it on PS5 to play it again and get the trophies.
Okay. I'll definitely.
So I'm halfway through it on PS5. I already finished it on Xbox Series. It is amazing. I was first at first. I was really put off because I was fatigued from just the sheer never-ending length of Valhalla. You know how many times I thought Valhalla was going to finish, and there was still another 20 hours to go. It was ridiculous. You know what I mean? It had so many false endings in that game. It was almost like the first Red Dead Redemption, which I love, but I thought Red Dead Redemption was over way before it was over. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there was a part where you think this is the end now. You
Yeah.
can move on to a new game. Nope, you got another 30 hours to play. So trust me, Mirage is perfect. It's like a 20-hour game, right? 20 hours, and if you want to do everything, maybe 25 hours. If you want to just hardly do anything and just
Right.
complete the main quest, you can do it in like 12 hours,
Oh, okay.
15 hours.
Okay.
So it's nice, and it's like compact. You know,
Mm.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. No, I was so yeah, no, that was actually, I felt like that was missing from the series. Like I loved, like, remember how like they used to do that style, that crazy style for the kills and Assassin's Creed, before we get into this criticism, but um I remember like in the first game, the first Assassin's Creed, like they showed the brutality of the person that you were taking out. Like that dude who liked to torture slaves, he would break their legs, stuff like that. If they didn't do his bidding or something like that, like that was crazy. You can kill that guy. Or, Francesco de Pazzi, like they did in Assassin's Creed 2, where it was showing how he rigged the races. And like, he lost the race. Surprisingly, he would invite that entire family to dinner and poison them. Like they made stuff like that just epic, and they made the kills matter. Didn't feel like that going into a lot of other things. Just didn't feel like that afterwards. It
I think
kept.
you're like something tells me that you'll like Mirage.
Yeah, I think I will. I mean, what you're saying, if
Not
it's
too
like the
long.
OG, if it's like the OG Assassin's
It is
Creed,
just like the OG.
then I will definitely like that, because I like the kills to make sense and be meaningful. Like Ezio, when Ezio's family gets killed, you're like, okay, you already got all the motivation just off the bat right there. You know what to look out for. You know what's gonna happen. You know what you got to do in terms of getting these
You get a
guys
lot of you get a lot of backstory
right.
and cutscenes and information about your kills in Mirage. So you do feel a sense of connection to the people
Yeah, Vieri
that
de
run
Pazzi. Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
that you're gonna kill. You do get that. And you get minor kills as well, like from the more recent Assassins. The games that you weren't too happy with, right? There are kills in it like that too, but I'm talking about the main characters. You do get to know them before you kill them.
Oh, that's good. So that's
Yeah, or
missed.
if not directly, you get to know them through other people
Yeah,
or cutscenes
yeah. Because that
or
was missed. That was heavily missed.
information. Just paperwork, lots of notes,
Mm.
letters and stuff you read about these people. Like it's like a It's just, man, I don't want to spoil it. It's worth playing,
I
man.
don't
I really didn't want to play it at first. I mean, I only just finished. I only started it
know. Okay.
like a month ago, and finished it.
All right. Let me
So I put off.
move this to shadows then, because I can't get to that. Shadows. So a lot of controversy in regards to shadows. I see a lot of ridiculous nitpicking in regards to it. Uh, it's funny. No one gave shit to Neo, the first Neo game, for the setting that it was in and what they had. But they found some way to bitch about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, here's my criticism for Shadows. It has nothing to do with the protagonist being black or white or nothing like that of that nature. I could care less about that. All I care about is gameplay, and that was the one thing that they did not show in Assassin's Creed Shadows. But they did show. They had the nerve, Ubisoft, to show a brand, just basically to show the pricing for this game. They want about $120 for the full experience, $130 for the full experience, and we haven't saw no gameplay for it. But they made sure to show on the far right that you can get this for $18 a month, and Ubisoft Plus. Ubisoft. That's not the way to sell us on the game. The trailer looks cool, but again, it's a trailer. Trailers are meant to be cool. They're playing songs like Ezio's Family mixed with like a new modern, crazy take on Japanese culture, because this is set in Japan. It's like, okay, that's cool, but again, that doesn't really sell me on the game. I gotta see gameplay. Gameplay is what sells me on the game. If you don't show me the gameplay, I don't know what I'm going to get. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us have learned from you, Ubisoft. We don't overhype your game, especially after the whole Watchdog situation. I don't think they remind everybody how big of a hassle that was. Now, do I, people? So, yeah, nah. How'd you feel about it, Foxy, when you saw it?
Well, I know that this is just a teaser trailer and that they got Ubisoft Forward coming up in June. That's when you're gonna see gameplay. They're probably gonna show you too much gameplay because the game's out in November, so it's far along. This is the polishing stage now, right?
And
The game's
also,
if it's coming out in November, the game's finished. It's just polishing, bug testing, and because this is the final stage of a game. If you think about the time they're gonna need to market it You know, get discs printed in November. We're not that far off from November, believe it or not. So this game's finished. So I can see that they're going to show gameplay in their Ubisoft Forward or whatever Ubisoft Direct they're having next month.
Do you think they missed they should just save this for?
No, because that's what they always do, don't they? That's what they've always done. They've always shown nothing.
Yeah.
Just let you see a CGI trailer, and then you wait like a few weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and then you see the gameplay. That's how it's always been, hasn't it? That's what Ubisoft do. When you saw the first Odyssey trailer and the first Valhalla trailer, you didn't see gameplay. You saw CGI.
Yeah, we did see CGI for that. Trying to remember.
With Watch Dogs, right? Watch Dogs Legion.
Mm.
Like they didn't show gameplay first. You had to wait a few. They showed it like leading up to their Forward event. This is exactly they're doing the same playbook. So I'm not worried about that. What bothers me is the open racist misogyny, the racism and misogyny I'm seeing. Like people are screwing because a girl is a character, ridiculous. Like you hate your mother, you hate women. Do you hate your mother? You hate your girlfriend? Do you hate your wife? Like who's complaining about women being in a game? I don't get that.
I never understood that. I mean, didn't we just get done playing the Stellar Blade and y'all were hyped about Stellar Blade?
All right. So there's a woman in it. They don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose if the other character wasn't black, the woman wouldn't be such a problem. But I suppose it's because there's no typical stereotypical white person in the game.
Yeah.
That's why they're focusing on the woman, because it's easier to pick on women than these days than to say that admit you're racist. But here's the thing: if you're complaining that there's a black samurai, who the Japanese themselves say is a real historical figure, then I don't see what the controversy is about. Why is there controversy? Why is being black controversial?
Yeah.
What the hell? We're all human beings.
I just don't get it.
I got a bit more sun than you got. So what?
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like again, I understand Ubisoft has not done anything in general as of late to build insane trust, as of late in terms of the games. And if we're going off of that, sure. But if we're just nitpicking shit like this for the sake of nitpicking, it doesn't come across. This is legit, just flat out, just stupidity.
Okay, Tom Cruise. It's okay for a little 5'1" Tom Cruise to be a samurai, but we can't have some African dude who actually was a historical figure in Japan
and look like a badass. We can't have that.
He can't be a samurai. Why? Because he had more sun than other people got. What the hell? He got more pigment in his skin, more melanin. What's going on, man? This is ridiculous. Like this is 2024. It's a mental illness.
It's a shame.
Some kind of disease.
It's shameful. It really is shameful. It doesn't make sense.
On this nonsense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any damn sense. I'm like, bro, listen. The only thing I care about, and ironically, we didn't get to see it, so therefore I can't say shit about it. But from what I saw in the trailer, for what I saw in the setting, this could be fucking epic if it's done right. But the thing that's turning me off and is making a lot of people look at it weird, for me personally, it has nothing to do with nothing like what we just went over. Because again, that doesn't fucking affect me at all. I care about if a good game is a good game. But
can I just address someone quick in the comments? And I'm not going to be rude.
Let's take it.
I'm not on that. Leocum or whatever your name is.
Locum, yeah.
Saying that he wasn't a samurai. He was a retainer or a shire or a slave. Just say he was a slave then. So what? It's a video game. Yeah, it's a video. Can Superman be black? Well, we've already got a black Spider-Man. Can Superman be black? Can we have a black Wonder Woman? Who cares? Can we have a black James Bond? Can we? Who cares?
Shit, we were about
Can
to.
We have a black Peter Pan? Or we had Michael Jackson. We already had a black Peter Pan. Well, you know what I'm saying? Who cares? So what if he was this, that, and the other? So what? It's a video game.
And the thing about the Assassin's Creed games,
a character, like.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, not only that too. If Ubisoft games in terms of the Assassin's Creed have always been spins on, on culture. They've always done this. They've always been spins. They've always done their own little different takes on everything. historical figures with a different twist. So I don't understand the point.
I'm sorry if we're no longer playing stereotypical jive turkey, stealing gang members,
Exactly.
robbing abusive gang members. I'm sorry that we're getting constructive, positive roles now. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry that the image of the black face is positive more now than it used to be. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. We should all be just gang members and steal and kill in movies, shouldn't we? In games, let's be jive turkey talking motherfuckers. I'm sorry.
I don't know. They probably want literally like they want you to
This will
just
be
typically
inmate.
be what's that dude's name? Not Franklin from GTA 5, but his friend. What's that dude's name? The other dude.
Hmm?
Remember Franklin from GTA 5?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
want you to be basically Franklin, but his other friend, this is
They want you to be
Lamar.
Cole.
They want you to be Lamar.
They
That's
want to be Cole as well from Gears.
yeah.
That everyone talks
No,
like that.
Lamar. They want everybody to be Lamar. That's what they want. Strictly Lamar. Lamar is
Yeah,
basically.
it's like we are perpetually stereotyped
Yep.
as a people, and I'm saying this as a half black, half white man
Mm.
because my father's white. Yeah,
Mm.
who cares? No one's gonna see the white in me. All they see is the black in me.
Preach.
It's
Shit.
true, bro. It's true. No one says, "Oh, you're all right. You're mixed race." No, you're just a.
Mm. You already know how that goes. But
You know what I'm saying? You're just a.
let me move away. Let me move away from
If
that.
I weren't a Christian, if I
Um,
wasn't a Christian,
let me move away from that. Get to the question. How you feel about the pricing? It's $70 for the base game. I think it's $90 for the gold, or $90 for the gold, and like $130 for the ultimate edition. Basically, to give you a gist of what you're getting in the ultimate or whatever. Basically, you just get skill points. You get the ultimate season pass. I guess is what we're gonna call it. The ultimate season pass, and
I'll pay the lowest entry if it allows me to play the game from start to finish. I
yeah.
don't care about extra levels, costumes. I don't care. If I can start the game and finish the game for 59, 69 bucks, I'm in.
There you go.
You don't have to buy $130. You don't have to spend that. That's if you want everything. You don't. They're
Yeah,
just
you want the
selling you
complete
deals
experience. You
up front.
need. Yeah.
All they're doing is selling you an expansion pass up front.
Oh my bad.
That's not
110.
required
Yeah.
to complete the game, is it? If it is, then it's a con.
If you want the complete experience, you do need to pay 130 because like
Isn't the
the
complete
additional.
experience starting the game and finishing the game?
Yeah. So we'll
You get
see.
an ending, right? You get a beginning, you get an ending, regardless of that extra level. Like if you need that, if that's a key to finish the game, then I can say that's a ripoff.
Yep.
But if you can pay $70, right, to start and finish the game, then that is the complete experience for me, isn't it?
Yep.
I get a conclusion, right? Or someone's ripping into me.
Dano's being messy in the chat. He says, "Be careful a bit if Shadows becomes a shit game like Forspoken, they'll call you a racist like last night." Oh Lord, yeah, we don't want to go down that road. You know how the internet is, Danos. You know how they are. Everybody's quick. We'll move away from that. We'll move away.
If the game is bad, the game's bad. The game
Exactly.
shouldn't be bad because the character's black. Yeah. If the game's crap, it's crap. Let's not let it be crap because the character's not your color of choice.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Tired of it.
Yeah.
Tired of it.
I'm looking forward to see the gameplay for this. Hopefully it changes. I feel like that's the only thing that hasn't really crazily evolved with the franchise is the gameplay. We still got crazy animations that are the same as damn near Ezio. So it's more like a continuation of it. Like I want cool stuff like the parkour system that we got in Unity to come back. I would love that. Like they actually had some cool stuff. Make it, just change it around. Actually go back. Take the risk again. Shit, looking at Assassin's Creed Revelations, it was insane how much they were doing, and that game is decades old. But there was so much cool shit they were doing, from paragliding and all this stuff you can do and take out, targets. You don't see that no more. Bring back that craziness. You know what I mean? Go all out. Be ambitious. I would love to see that with this new Assassin's
Not
Creed.
just say, Locum says you're making a straw man argument. We we, because he's speaking for everybody, welcome black characters, see Spider-Man, Miles Morales. See, here's the problem with this. Why do I have to have an argument? Why should there even be a discussion about this?
Yeah.
This is where we're going wrong. There shouldn't even be a discussion. The character's black, deal with it. Why do I need to argue? I'm not arguing. It's you that have, it's people that, not him specifically, but
Yeah.
it's people that have the problem. I don't have a problem with the character being black.
Yep.
Hey, it could have been a white character. I wouldn't have cared.
It's like, dude, they want to, like, listen, like,
Wouldn't have cared.
they don't like
They could have both
Ubisoft
been
games. The best way to
They
say
could
it,
have both been women. I couldn't have cared.
no, the best way to put it is this: they don't like, they legit don't like Ubisoft games, and so they gotta just latch on to something most like Strick would tell you. They go by the optics, right? The first thing they see was a black character, like, oh, you know what? That's what we're gonna do, and that's dead ass. That's literally what you saw on social media. They they want to amplify their hatred for Ubisoft by just bringing that up, and it's like, bro,
Well,
that's
racism in disguise. Using
it
Ubisoft
is.
to hide it.
Yep, and that's exactly what the hell they did.
Racism. They'd rather accept the character being homosexual than it being black.
Preach.
How about that?
That's pretty. Let me move away from that though. Let me change this one. Let me change course. Let's get into it, man. PlayStation now has two new CEOs. We already knew Jim Ryan was gone. The change was in effect, but we didn't know how much in terms of the change was gonna be here. Well, turns out that Sony announced that we have, for the first time ever, Sony has co-CEOs for PlayStation. I see a lot of different reactions to this. A lot of people are like, this is brilliant. Other people are a little worried in regards to this. So this is how, well, first I'm going to say the names first. Now, the first one, the funny thing is, it's crazy how quick this man has risen up the ranks. I actually always said this dude was great for, just being a PR guy. He always came across as that guy to talk to, and that was Herman Holtz. So Herman Holtz will be the head of PlayStation in regards to the PlayStation side of Sony. He'll be overlooking the studios and, of course, the pretty much the expansion of the first party studios in terms of going into TV shows and everything of that nature. However, when it comes to overall business and strategies in terms of expanding, that goes to I think his name is his last name is Nishino. I think it's Hideki. Yeah, Hideki's Nishino. And well, let's unpack this, man. Let's definitely unpack this. So, how do I feel in regards to this, man? Am I excited to see this? What up, Lazy? Before do I feel weird seeing this type of approach? Well, this tells you flat out that Sony definitely knows that PlayStation is super important. It is very, very, very important to them. This is their most required. This is their main. Okay, this is their main bread and butter. This is their main thing that they have here. So they definitely want to approach this smart. They want to approach this with the right, mindset. There's a lot of okay, it's funny. After seeing the announcement on Twitter, the first thing you see is people begging Herman Holtz to not do day and date with PC and all this stuff. And like I said, and Fox has even said it on Twitter as well. It's like, bro, change is here. A lot of things have changed. It's a new regime. It's a new strategy. I've said this with you guys before. I get it. You guys like the old metrics, but as you guys are seeing, the old metrics are just not up to date with what needs to be done now. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the day and date is happening after what we just got here, but there is definitely some stuff to look out for, man. There's a lot of stuff. And we were to look back at, before we even got the announcement of these CEOs, we had her, what's his name? Hiroki Totoki, who flat out said they're going to be more aggressive with PC. Then you had the other CEO, or one of the other CEOs flat out said that they're looking to expand heavily into PC and go all out. We then get, and I'm just going to tackle this on air too. Now you can chime in, Foxy, but we didn't get the announcement for the corporate strategy meeting. Now, Herman Hulst and them did say that they have a lot to share with us in terms of their plans for the future. And it was a Kenichiro Yoshida, yeah. So Kenichiro Yoshida, Hiroki Totoki will be announcing that PlayStation, or just the company in general, is going beyond the boundaries on the 23rd of this month. Now, beyond the boundaries, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of people might immediately going, oh, bitch, he's about to say day and date. Well, here's the thing about this. I'm going to be very, very fair in regards to what I'm about to say in regards to that. Beyond the boundaries can refer to a few other things aside from just something like day and date. For example, you guys know PS5 Pro is supposed to be coming out this year. That could very well be like the slogan for PS5 Pro, if I was to throw that out there. That could be the slogan. You know, beyond the boundaries. Like, remember, PlayStation 5 was greatness. So greatness awaits, like PS4. Now you got beyond the boundaries. You can have that. But in retrospect, just with the way things are going, with 60% of their sales for Helldivers, for example, coming from PC, Ghost of Tsushima doing ridiculously well, despite the fact that Sony gimped it by not bringing it in like over 115 or 116 countries. Sony clearly sees that there is a big value here in the PC community. I would not be surprised if the announcement, if they were to announce day and date of any particular magnitude, it would be at this conference in general. But again, this conference, this isn't CES. I want you to understand that. This isn't CES. This isn't like no technical showcase where it's like, hey, here's a PlayStation themed car that's like a Tesla. You can just drive it while gaming. This is not CES. This is a corporate strategy meeting. The last time we heard anything in regards to corporate strategy meeting, it was PlayStation Beyond the console. Y'all remember this? We talked about this. We did videos on this. Beyond the console show PlayStation in the center, and you have multiple avenues to expand and talk and play your games, whether it be PC, mobile, cloud, all that junk. This all adds up to what we're talking about here in the long-term vision for what Sony wants in the future. In the future is Sony wants their platform open so they can get more money out of PlayStation and they don't have to rely on games doing X amount of sales to what people like. Funny thing is, games that are good, right, that we know are good, we played and we look at them like, damn, why didn't this game do extremely well, right? These are games that people will say are niche. Legit. They will find ways to say those games are niche. But look at them now. They're not doing that. They're doing 5 times better. Like, I'm more shocked that we didn't get more sales out of Returnal on PlayStation. I really am shocked. I would love to see that game do insanely well. But again, now that game is going to be labeled as niche. Why? Because it did like what? I think like 1 million in total sales, but when it first came out, it did like 600,000 or 300,000 or 600,000, something like that on PS5. That's nothing. And, you know, a lot of people like to bring up exclusives are the reason that we buy these boxes, and exclusives are the main reason to buy PS5 and buy Xboxes and all that stuff. But the sales figures are saying different. They're saying different. Sony sees these numbers, y'all. Like, listen, y'all think I'd be talking on my ass just to be like arguing or try to create friction? No, I'm going about what we're seeing here. At the end of the day, this corporation cares about those numbers. If the numbers aren't in line with what they want in terms of growth, which is what they clearly want, and they've said that before, growth is the biggest thing here, they're going to take those games and push them elsewhere. If you ain't buying these games, listen. If for example, if you're saying 2 million sales on damn Xbox are bad, but you think they're okay with PlayStation titles, I hate to break it to you, that's not helping the situation. Okay, calling something niche because it's on another platform because it did 2 million ain't help the situation. Making excuses for it on your platform because you like the game ain't helping the situation. What helps the situation is actually supporting the developers and supporting the games. Unfortunately, it's a lot of games on PlayStation and upcoming games, or really good games that we think about it too, that just haven't done that. Established franchises don't have this problem, usually. Usually, they don't have this problem. And I say usually because we do have those rare occasions where certain games just don't do that crazy well. Look at Final Fantasy, was it Rebirth? It only did 2 million. Maybe close to 3 million now. But you would expect a game with that type of long standing and that type of legacy to do 5 times that. But it didn't. Look at Alan Wake 2. Shit, Alan Wake 2 did okay, but it's not doing it insanely well. Which surprised the hell out of me. Dead Space 1 remake didn't do extremely well. This is why you're not getting Dead Space 2. So clearly, it's at this point where you're seeing a lot of gamers not support the hobby. That's what's happening here. It's a lot of gamers not supporting the hobby. Everybody would like to argue on social media. Everybody would like to spend time critiquing games instead of buying and enjoying games. And it's showing in these numbers. So that's why I said in that video, we're at the point where it's like, yo, this is the end. This is like the end of an era, it feels like. Because you notice we don't have any updates, no crazy updates in terms of exclusives. We just don't. Sony doesn't really care as much about exclusives. And for good measure, they're not selling. They're not doing well. Spider-Man 2 did well, but again, that's Spider-Man. Spider-Man's got his name. That's one of the biggest damn draws when it comes to movies and games now. But there's not a lot of games Sony can throw out here and get a whole lot. God of War is like their main one that they can throw out here. There's no more Uncharted games being made that we know of, unless they're rebooting it. Unless I'm know of, I'm out of the loop here. But there's nothing in terms of Uncharted. Last of Us has pissed off a lot of people. Granted, a lot of people want a part 3, but a lot of people are pissed off and sour on Last of Us because of the fact that you've basically been getting the same game repackaged. There hasn't been a whole lot of innovation from Naughty Dog. So it's a lot to take into account here, man. In terms of what the future holds, listen, man, I don't know. I don't know. I really, really don't. But I'm not going to sit here and act oblivious to it. Change is happening. And whether it's announced on the 23rd that Sony will do a day-and-date type of model, or hell, maybe it won't be a day-and-date model. Maybe it'll be something completely different. But something tells me it's probably not. And I've been having this feeling for a while, bro. Like something's about to change before you guys get anything new. So we'll see. I don't know. Man. I really, really don't. Mike Johnson says, Big Cloud, former PlayStation fanboy and now trader. Okay. Okay.
Don't even give that your energy, bro.
Okay.
Don't even give that your energy.
No. That's fine. I'm just gonna.
That person's talking out of their ass. I'll say something sensible.
Check my PSN and then check yours out, and then we'll see who's the trader. How about that?
See, you don't give them no time, man.
Yep. Go ahead, take it.
Here's what I'll say, right? When it comes to exclusives, I think they should be first-party studios only.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for Microsoft too. And whether it's timed or not, there should be no third-party companies making established games, right? Games that have been on other platforms in the past, meaning, right? Stellar Blade is okay because that's a new IP. Yeah, but I'm talking about Final Fantasy's already been on Xbox systems, right?
Yeah.
So there should never have been any exclusivity. That remake should have been on all platforms. Final Fantasy 16 should have been on all platforms. Final Fantasy 14 should have been on all platforms day one.
Yeah, they really wanted to maximize that game. It should have been open. Right. It really should have.
I said the same thing with Xbox One when they had the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider deal. That should never have been an exclusive, timed or not, on any Xbox. Tomb Raider it actually started on the Sega system, then went to PlayStation. It's not even a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
It's a Sega game first and foremost, right? It was on Saturn first.
Yep.
Right? And then it went on PlayStation. And then Microsoft bought it up because they didn't have an Uncharted, right? They
Mm-hmm.
bought up time and it backfired. They sold less than 1 million copies in a certain time period on the Xbox One. It done 1 million now, of course, because look how much time's passed. I'm talking about the window that they counted at the time, right? Like the first year or first 7 months.
Yep.
I remember seeing the figure. It done like under 800,000 units. So that backfired massively. You know how much they would have paid to have Tomb Raider as an exclusive on Xbox One? That means they have to cover all of the sales that Sony would have gotten on the PlayStation
Yep.
and elsewhere. So that means Microsoft lost money on that. That's why they'll never do that again. But Sony haven't learned their lesson, yeah. So let's leave the third-party established games alone and let them release everywhere, and let's just have exclusives from first-party or newly established third-party IP. I only agree with third-party IP if it never came out anywhere before.
Do you
Yeah, like
have you seen the comments on Twitter in regards to, like, did you see the announcement, right? It's beyond the console. Did you see it? The announcement on Twitter?
yeah. So I think that's to do with a portable.
You think it's due to portable?
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with PS.
Yeah, let's dissect it, because there has been talks about a portal, a new one. It's not like the portal, but it's like a new beefier version of this. It can play PS4 titles. That's what it's going on.
Right.
So
What does boundary actually mean, right? It means breaking a limit, yeah, coming out of a limit. Now, console gaming is limited to your home, your living room, your bedroom, wherever, right? A socket in the wall. So breaking that boundary would be going back into the portable space. And it could also mean not just portable space, but bringing all the games to PC day and date. That's breaking a boundary because you're no longer limited to one platform.
yeah,
Right? Another boundary it's breaking could be that I know it's got nothing to do with PS5 Pro. I'll tell you why. When they come out with a new slogan, it's typically for a whole new generation.
that's
Never
why
for
it's so
never
weird,
for a mid-gen upgrade.
right? Because
You know?
greatness awaits was PS4 up to 5, and then it says beyond the boundary. So unless this is like hinting at the world that we're gonna be in, so to speak, when we get into PS6, right? Not sure. I'm not really quite sure about this, but I can definitely see for sure. Like I'm very like I'll just say it like this. Like, remember how we broke down the specifications of PS5? We were getting all the details. I'm definitely going to be in my bag for this one. Just looking at this like with a fine comb, and just paying close attention to everything they say and how they go about it, the energy and everything. Because a lot of people on Twitter think Sony's going to do what Microsoft's doing, where they put their games on, PlayStation. Would PlayStation do the same, putting their games on Xbox? Now,
No,
I don't think they would do that because the user
how much
base.
sales will they get?
Yeah,
How much sales will they get?
the user base in general, they own the user base. They have the best. They have the most console. Well, they have the more console players than out of the Xbox in them.
Wouldn't
So
bother me if they did. Though. If Spider-Man came out on Xbox, I couldn't care less.
yeah, if they did that would be interesting, right? That would be interesting.
So I'm not begrudging no one from enjoying nothing.
Right.
Yeah, exclusive. If it comes out somewhere else, it comes out. I couldn't care less. I'm not one of these people that say you shouldn't be able to play it because you haven't bought the same console as me. I used to think like that a long time ago. I don't care about that shit no more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I tell you what I don't like. And I'm talking about PC gamers. Yeah. What I don't like is PC gamers rubbing it in by saying things like, "Oh, we're getting all your games because you don't support your games." Why can't you just be happy that you're getting the games? Why you gotta? I'm not talking about all PC gamers. There's a minority of PC gamers, right? That when a game gets announced for the PC from a console, whether it be PlayStation or Xbox, they always come out of it in a negative way and say, all your games, PC wins, PC won, we're getting everything.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
So they attack they be attacking like the crazy vocal PlayStation minority that be on Twitter. Like, they'll do the most, like, I don't know if you noticed, like one dude actually compared He basically compared racism to the fact that PlayStation is giving PC games to, or is getting, or I'm sorry, PC gamers are getting PlayStation games. If I remember correctly, that's basically what he was
That's
comparing
supposed to
it
be
to.
racism, a link to racism.
Yeah, he was just like comparing.
Yeah,
They were just
I
some
don't even
weird.
want,
Yeah, I
bro.
know.
I don't even want to unpack that. Sounds like
I know.
foolishness.
I know. It's just, that was the dumb shit
But
people were
I
doing.
just feel like you're getting the game. Why, why are you degrading a whole console user base when you're getting the game? Like, even in this chat, I can see it here. Look, lol. If people on PlayStation bought games, they wouldn't be coming to P. Ah, it's just. Can't you just be happy that the game's coming to your PC? That you paid 3 or 4 times the value of a console for just to play it at the same bloody spec. Huh? Can't you
Yep.
just be happy? Why is it gotta be? Oh, we took your shit. It's ours now. Blah blah blah. What's all that about? That's just dumb. That you lower yourselves to where you say console gamers are when you start behaving like that. You call us peasants, but who's doing all the begging? And you know what's funny as well though?
Right. It's
You say you're winning, but you're not getting Grand Theft Auto 6, are you? Where's your release date for that? Where's your window for that?
shit.
Huh?
We don't even know it,
None.
and we don't even know about that too. That no. Here's the funny thing: we don't even fucking know
Where's your
if they would
window?
do if we don't
Rockstar
do
don't
it.
even care. Rockstar don't even care enough about PC to even have it day and date on there.
Shit.
So all this talk of winning, for getting all these console games, if you can't get the biggest game in the world, you gotta wait a year or two
Shit.
for that.
If I going for y'all throats now, shit.
No, 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 not all PC gamers. Most
I know
PC
that.
gamers are comfortable. I'm talking about the idiots that should be on console. The way they think, they might as well be console gamers. They're up there with their elitist attitude, but they act like peasants. You can't be
Yeah.
both. You can't be an elitist and a peasant. Because you're acting like a peasant. When you start laughing at console gamers because you're getting the game. You happy you're getting the game? Well done. Well done, Snooky. Here's a biscuit. Here's a doggy treat for you. Well done. But where's your Grand Theft Auto 6 release date? Where's your window? Where's the announcement? None. Zero. Biggest game in the world.
Right,
Thank you. Goodbye.
this generation has been one hilarious one though. Like, there's been a lot of people. Like, okay, that this go circle back to what happened. So I remember people saying they're going to like if day and date is announced, they're gonna go to PC. Let me tell you something. There are dudes who have rigs who actually shit on mine right now, and they rep PlayStation, and they flat out buy PlayStation everything. If a Portal came out, they buy the Portal. If a PlayStation game comes out, they buy the PlayStation game. If a third party game comes out, guess what they're buying that on? Not on that
What?
expensive rig, on their PlayStation.
Yeah, but
And
you
they're
know what's
playing it.
funny?
They're not going
People
anywhere.
think like, but here's the thing, right? Because people haven't got an answer for me. They have to revert to, oh, you sound like you're unhappy that your console games are coming. I told you I couldn't give a monkeys. I told you I don't care where you play these games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pathetic that you're saying that. I don't care. I think it's terrible that you're gloating a game on a console's coming out on your platform by degrading console gamers. And I hear, oh, but we're thieves and pirate. Who called you a pirate? Did you hear me say that? Don't attribute your past pain and torture to me. I didn't call you a pirate. I didn't say you was a thief. I didn't say I didn't like games from console going to PC. You never heard none of that come out my mouth. That's all your past transgressions from other people on posts. Don't apply that nonsense to me. Until I say it, don't claim it on me, okay? Because people think because other ponies or bots have said stuff to them, right? That we're all the same. We all think like them. They're idiots to me too. You understand? You're all idiots to me. These dumb PC gamers that laugh at console gamers, these console gamers that call PC pirates all the time and say that they don't buy games or they're
Yeah.
this, they're that. They're
What
all in the
was
same
the
idiot bucket. They're
what
all in
was
the
the
same idiot bucket.
it's crazy. What was the guys in the chat? It went from PC port begging trolls to reverse port beg. It's like, bro, I've seen some dumb shit. I've seen some dumb ass comments. It's
I
hilarious.
don't care. Look, do you really think what money do I get, right? Or money do I lose if a game on a console I own goes to PC? How does that affect me in any way at all? How can it make me a hater? I couldn't
They
give
they
a
claim
rat's.
they claim
Why
it
do I
devalues
care?
the game, but again, I still don't understand how it
Oh,
devalues the
listen,
game.
man.
I don't
I
understand
think
that.
games should be everywhere.
Same at
Yeah,
this point.
play the game wherever you can play it. I couldn't look. I don't care if Spider-Man goes anywhere. I don't care if God of War. I don't care. Yeah,
Tell 'em.
that's the old me. I don't care. I don't care. I got no shares with these console manufacturers or Nvidia or AMD. We're not. I don't. I'm not on their board. I'm not an executive for them. Why do I care? It's
Mm.
you that care. Why are you putting it on me? Because you care, and you've been traumatized online by someone else, and you think I'm that person. I'm not that person.
Mm.
Telling you now, I'm not. I don't care where if you get to play console games. I just think you should take it gracefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because someone's been badly behaved to you, don't mean you should throw it back on someone else. That's what they're doing. They're saying because someone said stuff to them in the past, it's okay to say stuff to me now. It doesn't work that way. Be
Shit.
nice, be kind, enjoy your game.
Shit. Just to bring it back to this. So back on the topic of PC here, we just went over that, but Ghost of Tsushima finally dropped on PC. Um, so Ghost of Tsushima was already one of the best like samurai games I've ever played on a console. Delta, I don't know if he's in the chat, but Delta, he was streaming this in the Discord. He was showing off the game running on like crazy high set ultra settings, and showing off the new features that they have. Like they've added so much to this and the PC port. Like you guys remember those iconic cutscenes? You can now adjust the FOV in the cutscenes and everything of that nature. You can do that. Also, the FOV in the game in general. There he is in the chat. I saw this. I was like, bro, my fucking jaw hit the floor. I was like, wow, this game. Granted, it's one of the greatest looking games I've ever seen from Sucker Punch, number one, but it's one of the best samurai looking games I've ever seen. See that game running at ultra with no limitations at over 100 frames? Yeah.
Oh, it must be glorious. And in that
Oh,
screen support as well.
dude, he's playing it on. He has the Alienware widescreen OLED joint. It's a curved OLED, bruh.
Oh man.
That shit
Listen,
looked
if you can
insane.
afford it, listen, if you can afford that top tier level of gaming, like I'm not gonna lie, I envy you, but for me, I just want
Look what you
easy
just did.
access. Just give me easy access gaming.
Bro, literally, I was over here quoting Ted. I don't know if y'all remember that movie, Ted. You remember the anchor? He's like, "Look what Jesus did! Look what." That was literally with me when I was looking at it together. Look what Jesus did. Staring at that, I was like, "Good Lord,
You know what's the plus
this is what
side
we
as
got."
well? The more games that go to PC from console, right, is the more revenue gets made by the console maker, the more they can invest in new IP. So it's a win-win for everyone, really, isn't it?
Oh, and speaking
Because
of this too, I'm glad you brought that up. Just to add to what you're saying here too, because he showed off. Remember the overlay? That was a big thing that was talked about, and a lot of people were like, saying that's not going to be a big deal. Sony's going to come out with like a launcher of some sort. You remember that conversation we had last time? This kind of all comes together because in that particular situation on there too, Delta was showing off the user interface. So for those you wondering, does it absolutely function like your PS5? The answer is 110% yes. You can add people while you're on your PC on this. You can chat with
also,
people,
uh,
all that
wait, there's a
stuff.
PlayStation front end like the Xbox
Like the Xbox UI is on PC. The
on PC,
PlayStation UI is on PC. Yes.
but with trophies and everything.
Yes.
That's perfect,
So
isn't it?
you link your account. That's why they want you to link your account as well. They're trying to convert PC users. You
Ah,
see how it makes sense now? So you link
because I
your
think PC
PSN.
gamers are worried that they're gonna have to buy. You know what
Yeah.
it might be? You know what the concern from PC gamers might be?
Yep.
Sony's going all out and turning like their user interface into a PlayStation. Will they have to start paying PSN prices?
Yeah. And
Like we have to.
what's
Like
crazy too?
we're paying tax.
So what's crazy is too, it acts like it's like a little pop up basically. So it's like a little pop up on the screen. You got your friends, everything in nature. You can hit them up. You can message them. You can chat with them. You can add them, etc. from your PC. But here's why. Now, here's one of these things. I know a lot of you guys talking about a launcher, and this is why I brought this up. So in this right here, right, they now show this. So when someone's playing Ghost of Tsushima, it will show an icon, two different icons. One icon is the PlayStation. You know, I'm telling you, you've seen it, Fox. You know, the little PlayStation 5 icon, where's the console, showing that it's playing on that. So it will show that for those who are playing it on PlayStation 5 or the PS4 one. It will show if you're on PS4.
So technically,
But for PC, it will show different.
On our friends list, and we won't even know they're on PC.
No, you will know they're on PC because it'll flat out show the PC icon.
Oh, it would have been better.
Like a desktop icon.
It would have been better if, like, say a PC gamer added me on PlayStation Network. Like, they just appear as anyone would on PlayStation Network. It would be better that way, I think. You know, like we're all just one community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than they're on PC. I would have preferred it if, like, I couldn't tell where you're playing. It does, and it wouldn't really matter to me. That's why I would rather not see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because on Xbox, it's like there's people on their Xbox One, and it doesn't say Xbox One.
Yeah, no, the choice
users, and I can't tell they're on Xbox One.
No, you can tell when they're playing it in general.
Oh yeah, when we're playing together, because they're probably
no, not playing in general and not together. You'll see it literally on your friends list. It will say PC under their name. It'll show the PC icon, like their desktop icon underneath it.
I prefer if it didn't look like we're just innocuous, like we're all the same.
Oh, like it's just like one unit, like one ecosystem type thing?
Like, on your list, it doesn't show, like, everyone's just on PlayStation Network with their username. Like, it doesn't tell you what hardware they're on. I'd rather that.
Oh, okay. So you want ecosystem like seamlessness. Do you want that thing? That's what you're saying.
I just want, like, one community.
Right. Like, yeah, that's what I said. Like one seamless ecosystem.
It's so divisive. When you start seeing that someone's on PS4, PS5, PC, it's divisive, isn't it? It's like it becomes factioned, and you won't get rid of that nonsense. Like, if we're all together, just with our user IDs, and no one knows what hardware you're on, I think that would be so much better. Like, if someone wants to tell you they're playing on a PC, cool, but you shouldn't be able to just see, that person's on a PC, or that person's on a PS4.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be able to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
Irrelevant. It's irrelevant, isn't it? If you're playing anywhere, what does it matter where you're playing from?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Shit. When I saw this, I was like, damn, that is insane. And it's very fast. It's just like the PS5 one. It's even faster than the PS5 UI. It's fucking great. They nailed this. They actually thought this out really, really well. Yes, if you're wondering, yes, you can earn trophies on your PC, and these trophies carry over to the PS5. And now, one thing that they haven't done, I haven't seen anyone test this out yet. I would love, Blaze, maybe you should test this out. I haven't tested. I would like to see this before, but if you can earn trophies on the PS5 and have those transfer over, like, I mean, but I think it's your account, so I would reckon that it does do that. It reckon it does because it's linked, right? It's linked.
The sign-in should work anywhere you go, right?
Yeah, so it's linked.
You should be able to take your PC sign-in. Say, like, for some reason your PC's on the fritz. And then you just divert to your PS5 console or Pro or PlayStation 6, whatever's out at the time.
Yeah.
You type in the account you set up on your PC. That it should work, right?
Yeah. So
then your trophies will just appear like normal.
Yeah. So I like that. So
I do.
I like it. No, it was really, really good.
I'm not bothered about the logo too much. I just thought, like, for the community spirit, like, everyone's just on together, one big happy family. You know what I mean? I don't really care about the logo. If it says PC, it says PC, but who cares? You know what I mean? I don't really care that much, to be honest, but I think that's amazing. Like, so you can have, like, a PC gaming rig, and you've got PlayStation credentials on there.
Mm-hmm.
or Xbox.
And you can cut, and keep in mind, you can customize your PC any way you want. They got these cool little AIOs, which is all-in-one water coolers, where they got like the little video playback on the AIO. So you can put like, like how PlayStation Studios has the little characters and it says PlayStation. You can put stuff like that on your PC and then have that be like your PC. You're like, hey, this is my PS5. This is my ultimate PC. You know what I mean? Like, I already seen people do it before, and like this is gonna be more apparent for sure in the future. So it looks good. Like I'm blown away by how well they fucking did this. Like I was like, damn, that's awesome.
You've seen it with your own eyes.
I seen it with my own eyes, yeah. The whole user interface, it looks badass. It looks really cool how they did this.
So they're doing the Xbox then.
Xbox. So
Xbox did that first, right?
yeah, Xbox did do it first. But Xbox is just integrated into Windows. You know what I'm saying? It's like one. I think it's like one button.
What's the PlayStation integrated into this?
Like they integrated it heavily into Windows. This one is how they did it is I fucking do Steam. They did it through Steam. It's like you hit F1, F11.
So you need a Steam account as well then.
I mean, you're buying the game on Steam, so yes, because what they're doing. They don't have a launcher, so you would have to buy the game obviously on Steam.
Sony's partners with Steam.
Yeah, they're doing this with Steam. They are going to merge this with Steam because they're linking accounts now. If Sony's open to link accounts with Steam,
so
this partnership is going to go further. What for Steam?
When PlayStation 6 comes out, you think we could access Steam on there? I think that might be a possibility.
I mean, I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Microsoft seems to be going that direction. Like they're gonna have PC storefronts on there.
Yeah, Microsoft. The reason why Microsoft didn't do that because Microsoft thought everybody was going to be on the Microsoft Store. Remember that was their big. They took a gamble thinking people was going to be on the Microsoft Store, and the reality was nobody actually went to the Microsoft Store because the Microsoft Store was not that good. They went to Steam, and so they caved and dropped their games on Steam, and they've been all better for it. But of course, they've also. Right, but they have also Game Pass, which as well. So yeah,
Sony's learned from that. They've seen that.
Yeah, they were watching this. They were watching this. Yeah, and it shows.
They've seen PC gamers are so entrenched into Steam, right?
Yep.
That there's no point trying to set their own up or do their own thing. Let's just work with Steam.
Oh yeah. And as far as Plus is concerned, I know a lot of people are probably thinking about that for the future. Will Sony have the goal to charge PlayStation or PC gamers for Plus? No.
They won't be able to.
No, they're not going to do it.
Not for. They can charge them for Plus, but it won't include internet access.
Yeah, it's not for internet access.
They can give them the game entitlement.
Right.
Charge them. Right.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Will not pay to play online. There's no way. They're gonna pay to, and because they're not gonna pay, we shouldn't have to either.
But the thing is, people don't understand that. Right? People don't understand that though. They're gonna find some way to complain and not bring that up. But no, they're not gonna charge PC gamers for online. They will definitely charge them for probably. They'll probably do like the revamping of the store. They'll do that and they'll have some.
They'll charge them. They'll charge them the way that they charge Game Pass.
Yeah, for the essentials. Yeah,
you're not charging. You're not paying. You don't need it to play online. It's just if you want those games, your monthly game entitlements. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I can see PC gamers rolling over and saying, "All right, we'll pay to play online." No way.
Yeah.
So
I mean, shit. Yeah.
They're not gonna make no money from charging PC gamers online. They're gonna come out of a good offer like 3 or 4 games a month, might be through Steam as well, and include Steam sales in their own whatever to make it lucrative enough for you to subscribe. And they might even do day and date releases to help you subscribe. But I can't see them charging you. I can't see PC gamers playing online. Waste of time.
Yeah.
Why should they? It's an It's not. It's an open platform, right? Not subject. PC is an open platform.
Yeah.
It's not subject to the licensing issues.
Yep.
That console has. So why should they? You can't legally make them play online. Pay to play online. You can't legally make.
Yeah, like these games are not going to be put behind no crazy. Now, what they will do is probably offer a deal of like similar to Uplay Plus, and they'll probably. But the thing is, The way I'm visioning this, they would have to revamp in terms of like the quality aspect of Plus, in terms of the essential. You know, I'm talking about the essential, and the other tiers,
Sure.
right? Extra
I know
and
that.
the other
What
tiers.
about, what
You would
about
have to throw all the games in there at this point. It can't be a select few in order to get PC gamers
yeah,
to
but
buy into.
they gotta be careful though, not to alienate
Yes,
existing PlayStation user base. Because if you do too much for PC gamers, then you'll have PlayStation gamers complaining, saying, "Hey, we don't get all these benefits. What's going on?"
see, that's the thing. A lot of them think they're getting benefits because they're paying for online. You're not getting any benefits paying online at all. You're still getting the same experience. The thing is now, though, the crazy thing is, the one thing I'm seeing is people just still waiting for showcases. They that's the main thing people want is a damn showcase. It's got to the point where a joke there near almost went viral. Shout out to Slowbo. You saw that? The fake announcement is, hey, the showcase is happening. I actually felt for a second. I saw the date. It's like, wait, this is last year's. Let me delete my post.
I'm sad to say this, but console gamers will pay for anything. So
Say it again. Say it again. Go ahead. Say it again.
they'll pay for anything.
Exactly.
So, and
Exactly.
I'm not defending PC gamers here. You heard what I just said about
Uh
PC gamers.
huh.
But console gamers, like you said, they're so focused on the showcases, the spectacle that
Exactly.
they're getting pickpocketed while they're waiting for the showcase.
Bro, you said it on Twitter and you got damn near death threats when you said Sony's taking the piss out of you with The Last of Us, with the repackaging and re-releases. What did they say? Oh, shut up. Damn near, nobody's forcing you to buy. It's like, asshole, you're buying it. So guess what? I got to endure this shit.
Yeah,
I got to endure more of this shit.
You're encouraging Sony that there's money to be made doing this.
Exactly. Thank you.
Takes away resources. That takes resources away from new IP,
Yep.
and they can just be lazy and say, you know what, we don't need to spend, all this money R&D in a new IP. Let's just let's go back 4 years and recycle this game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why do that when we can just fucking, have to put the same resources could just put into the same game we got. And by the way, we'll be even more assholes to you. We're gonna take key features from the game and still charge you $70. Because why? We're gonna have some Muppets say it looks great. Why? Because it looks better in visuals. Wow.
I think like Sony are caught between a rock and a hard place though with this. You know why? Because of their PC initiative.
Yep.
They're bringing a lot of games up to date on PC. Yeah, that means they have to make a new version for their console.
Oh, to keep the guys from complaining.
They're gonna have a well. They don't want to be seen to have an inferior product on their console.
Yeah.
You're playing the old version, and these PC gamers are getting the new version, so they got to re-release it again on console as well because it's new to PC, but it's not new to console. And it looks like it's getting rehashed because they have to do that because if they're releasing it on PC, then just to satisfy that loud minority of PlayStation gamers, right, who will complain and say, yeah, I may have platinumed this game 10 years ago,
Right.
but it's not fair that PC gamers get these enhanced graphics and all these things, yeah, and you know what I mean, and I have to play this old game that I've completed already.
Right.
So why don't I get the new one? So you want the new one? Right, here's $70. Go on, $70. There's a new one. You asked for it. Here it is.
Yep.
There you go. The Sony are kind of caught because of this. If they weren't doing nothing with PC, I'm pretty sure there'd be less of these remakes because they always seem to tie in with a PC release. You notice that?
Yeah, because they
yeah. Horizon.
Yep.
You know the first Horizon game.
Yep.
They're redoing that.
They're remaking it. Right.
It's coming to PC.
Right. You said
you don't have to buy it again,
but we have to endure seeing this shit again. Right. We have to endure seeing it. Yeah. Jenna Hayes said there was a case study showing gamers like remasters. Here's the thing. Yes, that's not wrong. We do like remasters. In fact, old. Right, exactly. Not games that came out 5 years ago. Exactly. Not 5-year-old titles. The reason, and here's the thing, remakes have been proven to be great because look at Capcom. They saved Capcom. Capcom had one amazing remake and it turned their entire bad fortunes around. That was Resident Evil 2 remake. After that, they have since been on the craziest turnaround we've ever seen. From remakes of that. Exactly.
PlayStation 1
Like, come on.
Not PlayStation 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
PlayStation 1. We don't want to see PS4 games being remade. We want to see PS3 and PS2 and
Yeah,
PS1 games.
Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriot, like where's shit like that? Like give me the old, give me the shit that that absolutely was sell. Give us the reason. And the funny thing is, Resistance was happening. This was confirmed after the Insomniac hacking, which they leaked all their information. This was confirmed. So
No, remake Motorstorm. What's wrong
yeah,
with you? The first
where's yeah, exactly. Motorstorm, redo Motorstorm.
I want it to look like that CGI trailer that they lied to us. Remember in E3?
Yep.
They showed us CGI and everyone thought it was gameplay.
Oh Lord, what's that game called? That like Ubisoft show was it Beyond Good and Evil? Remember that game Beyond Good and Evil? You'll never see that shit again. But again, like
that guy's left. He left. Michael Ansel left.
oh, that's right, he did. That's right, he did leave, didn't he? Yeah, he gone. Yeah.
He wants to be a movie. He got into movies or something else now.
Yeah, he gone. That's true.
He's not even in it. They lied and said, "Oh, he's still gonna work on it." Yeah, my ass.
Yeah, no, I'm about that shit,
Yeah,
man. Man, got the hell on.
You're gonna hand it over to someone else, and it's gonna look half the promise of what you showed us. It's gonna be another Watch Dogs. Remember when Watch Dogs was first shown?
Yeah,
Running on the most
don't remind me.
PC in the world.
And even
it was screen tearing, the worst lighting.
I mean, you can technically make it look like that now, but it's like mods. They actually made mods on PC where you can actually make it they look like the original build. You can actually do that now. But the thing is, though, the fact that we were duped that bad for a game, you know what I mean? After seeing that, I remember seeing that shit. I was like, damn, I'm still blown away because the way the coat was going with the wind, right?
And they used to do Titans at the time for that trailer.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of shit. I was like, bro,
it was like the most powerful gaming PC you could buy at the time.
Shit had me like going, wow, that is what we're going to be getting on PS4. Take my damn money. The game comes out. Woo!
The wind hardly. Remember in the trailer, right? You had
the wind hardly moved the coat. Yeah.
When you got the game, you hardly saw the wind blow at all, bro. His coat flapped. That's about it.
Yep.
A couple leaves. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. It was still a good game. I mean, I finished it. But it's just
the jacket wasn't as detailed. The phone didn't look as badass as it did in the first reveal. It was like, bro, there was just so much shit. Hair was not as good. I was like, dude, what the hell are we looking at here? What the hell happened? What the hell is that? Yeah.
Like the cutscenes looked good. I think the cutscenes were good, but everything else was lame.
I agree.
So it was just like a poor man's Theft Auto, isn't it?
It was like it was going to be our placeholder. I ain't gonna lie, it was going to be a placeholder for Grand Theft Auto, like a hacking Grand Theft Auto.
No wonder the franchise is dead. Because they went silly with it in Watch Dogs 2.
Well, Legions.
The story was ridiculous in Watch Dogs 2.
So I didn't even play it too.
Bro, they were all too old for the role they were playing. All the characters here, it's like they were playing teenagers, but they all looked like they was in their mid-30s.
Oh wow!
Close up, so they were wrinkled. They weren't teenagers at all, but they had them behaving like teenagers.
Oh wow! Shit, I didn't even buy Legions. They soured me on that.
Legions, I tell you what, Legions is good for. Because I'm from London, yeah. So I just like the setting.
Okay. So you look at this. Okay, I got you.
I can say, oh look, there's Piccadilly Circus. Oh look, there's Trafalgar. That's what I got it for, basically. Location.
No, that's cool. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
But to be honest, games today are a shadow of the what they used to be. That's why
PS3 gen was the peak. If I'm being real honest with you, PS3 gen was the peak in terms of creativity. PS4 was great, was good, but
that's why the emulation scene is big.
Yep.
That's why people still love their 360 games.
Yes.
That's why people are still asking for remakes of games from the past, because the games of today lack imagination. They look good, but the substance. That's why when Stellar Blade came out, everyone was saying it felt like a PS2 game, but with amazing graphics, because they remember how amazing PS2 games were.
Preach.
That's why they said it. Like they said, oh, this harks back to the old school era. Because that's what we're crying out for. We're tired of these games where it's just fluff. Like the storyline's 10 minutes, but they fill it out with 100 hours of fluff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm being over dramatic,
No,
but you know,
no. We want those OG experiences. That's what one of the main
look at
things.
Forza.
Yeah.
Look at Forza Motorsport today. Yeah, look at the one that came out on Xbox. Now go back to even how it was on the Xbox 360. Hell, the OG Xbox, it was a better game then. I'm not talking about graphics. I'm talking about
Like
structure of the game.
structure of game and yeah, in terms of what you
Structure.
could do. Right.
It
Yeah.
was a better game back then. Now
No.
you're playing it, it's like soulless. There's no soul to the game. I think it looks good, but man, I play it to look at one replay and then I don't want to play it no more. It's like
I'm
as far as
just
my
I'm shocked by this. Like we have these powerful systems, and we got pretty good systems this time around. How is it that we got better systems, but the games don't reflect the better systems? You notice that?
like you see the Callisto Protocol, right? I like that. It's a modern game, but it's got old school. It's got old school traits, though. You know what I mean? Like this could easily have been a 360 or PS3 game. Not with the graphics. I'm talking about the gameplay. You know,
Yeah.
it could easily have been from that era. You know what I'm saying? Even the old Fallouts are better than the new Fallouts.
Yeah.
The old Horizons, Forza Horizons are better than the new ones. We're not talking about graphics. We're talking about structure. We're talking about plot line, storyline, characters. Games that interest you. Not everything is about graphics. Of course, all the graphics are better than 2 gens ago, of course.
Right.
But the most pretty game can still be shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because
Yeah.
you put a
Redfall. Look at
you
Redfall.
can put you can put a pink ribbon on a turd. It's still a turd.
Redfall.
Well, I want to be kinder to Redfall.
I mean, I do too, because the studio is gone. But it's like yeah.
Yeah, for that
Unfortunately,
reason, I
yeah.
feel bad for the studio. So that was their only turkey. They
Yeah.
make good games.
And they were forced to make Redfall. They didn't want to make Redfall. They were forced into making that, which is ridiculous. But it's just
Even
it's
the
unfortunate.
Yakuza games. I know people like Yakuza like a dragon, and what's that recent one where they're set in Hawaii? I just prefer the old
Yeah.
ones.
See, I don't even
I
like.
don't know.
I'm not even a Yakuza guy. You know what I need, bro? I need sleeping dogs. I need that
Yeah,
bad
I would.
motherfucker back.
If they
Yeah.
update Sleeping Dogs,
I
I'll
need
buy
that
that.
I need that shit like now. You know what I mean? Remake like sometimes you talking about remakes. Give me Sleeping Dogs remake legit with these next gen engines. Give me that shit in Unreal. I will fuck it, bro. I will pay $70. I got no problem. That's what the fuck I want. That game was badass. It had it all.
Exactly. There's certain games that Sony has that they're just not. It's just in their vault. They're not doing nothing. But they still own the rights to MotorStorm. They're not doing nothing with MotorStorm. They could have their own Forza Horizon in MotorStorm if they wanted. You know that. It wouldn't be hard. They got the blueprint.
Yeah.
But what is Sony doing? I don't know what they're doing. I really
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe this year they're going to be some surprises and we're going to be happy again about what Sony's delivering. But it's like they took a year off.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the year, they said no games this year. It's about their own games, not the deals they've made with third party partners. I'm talking about their own produce here from their own studios. They said nothing till 2025.
Yep.
But mind you, all of this moaning that we're doing right now, yeah, give it 18 months and no one's going to be moaning because when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out,
Oh yeah,
there'll be
no.
no time for
Everybody, listen. Nobody. That's probably going to be the most quiet you see social media. Well, okay, no. Let me rephrase. You'll probably still see people talking, but it'll probably mostly be screenshots, comparisons people do, shit they found in GTA 6. But if we're talking about in terms of like negativity, tenacity, and just ridiculous cutthroat natures, that's going to be like the first like month in a while we've had where it's going to be like peaceful because everybody's going to be enjoying the hell out of GTA 6. I cannot fucking wait to play that game. I just cannot wait. I can't wait to see what happens.
I
So
just want to say to the chat, don't get in your emotions or feelings about what I said. Yeah, unless it applies to you. I'm not talking about all PC gamers or all PlayStation gamers or all Xbox gamers. There's just a contingent of them that get on my nerves.
yeah,
Just they say some shit. It's not nonsense. You know, I just don't like being compared to your past experiences that you've had with ponies or bots, because I always get this. Oh, but you lot think I'm not you lot. Don't put me in with them. When they say, "Oh, you say we pirate games," oh, you say this, you lot say that, and what about it? It's
Yeah.
nothing to do with me. I wasn't even there when you had that discussion. I wasn't even there.
Yeah. Understandable.
We can't just point at each other and say you're just like them. No, we're not. We're all different. I really
Um.
don't care where games go. I really don't care. What I care about is that you buy more games than you subscribe to. That's what I care about. I rather you go in your pocket if you can afford it, go and own a game, and just pay a subscription fee. Because I don't like the future of subscriptions. It's not a nice future, and we're gonna
I,
find out when we get there.
I don't know how. Wait, you're not a fan of GTA or not a big GTA fan? I am shocked.
Who's me?
Well, not to my Dorian in the chat.
Okay.
We're
Well,
no, we're
everyone,
stand. I mean, it's not
some
for
people hate
everybody.
COD. Some
Yeah.
people don't like FIFA. Some people don't like COD. Some people don't like Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, this is one of those games that I thought it would be like, you know what I mean? But then again, no, there are some people that just don't really understand or just don't never really got into GTA. So it's understandable. You know, it's completely
Dude, I know
understandable.
someone who owns a PS5 and all they play is indie games.
I believe it. And funny, remember,
They don't buy
remember when
they don't buy
PS4
any
was indie
AAA.
station? No, but remember PS4 was the indie station, so makes
They don't
sense.
buy any AAA. None. They play like double A's indie games. Like they're into like
Hey,
art house.
we had some badass indies though. I ain't gonna lie. PS4 gen, we had some badass like Resogun. Surprised we never got a sequel to Resogun. Resogun was badass to get you
Who's
into
that?
PS4.
Is that Housemark, isn't it?
Housemark, yeah.
See, they're bigger now.
I know. The last thing we got from Housemark was one of
They're,
their biggest
they're
games, which was Returnal.
eternal. Yeah, they're not known for doing sequels though, If you look at their track record, they tend to move on to a whole new IP.
Yeah, they're very
They don't
ambitious.
tend to do sequels. They don't tend to. They like
Yeah.
new stuff. And I like that
What up,
because
Envy? Yeah.
fatigue.
Yeah, they're
There's a
very,
problem with.
very ambitious
I,
studio. They take risks. They're very risk taking. They're risk takers, and I like that about Housemark. They're very, very good at
I
doing that.
think Sony should go easy on the Horizon IP.
Oh, did you hear about the Horizon IP? So
Lego,
yeah, the
Lego,
Lego. Yeah, you're getting a
too much,
Lego
too much,
expansion.
too much Horizon, too
You're
much.
about to get a remake of the first one. Now you're about to get a Lego version. Listen, Herman, Mr. Host, I know you watch. I know you watch, Mr. Host. Listen, please. No,
They in
no.
danger of fatiguing that IP.
Yeah, don't do this. Don't fatigue the damn IP, please. Don't do
I mean,
this.
look. You know why we all love Grand Theft Auto? Because
Ugh.
there's a whole generation born before you can play the next one.
Yes,
That's just
yeah.
the thing.
I'm like,
And
bro,
people are married and with children before the next one
bro.
comes
I'm
out.
telling you, like at this rate, Horizon's gonna end up being the Mario of PlayStation. They do that where it's like, hey, we got a Mario, Paper Mario, and all that. Now you got Lego, you got Lego, damn Horizon. You can have Mario, you can have a Paper Horizon. Like, no, we don't want
There's
that.
a Grand Theft Auto every year or every 2 years. Do you think
No.
that would still be selling gangbusters like it does now?
Hmm.
The numbers are way lower because people would be franchise fatigued. And there is such a thing. That's why, like, if a game comes out too often, like Call of Duty, it happened to Call of Duty. Like, remember when they used to drop one every year?
Yeah.
That's like, people just got fed up. I
See,
heard people saying, I'll wait
Astro,
for the year later.
you said, yeah, the host list. Well, I can't say it. I'm just going to keep that. I'll keep that on the low. I'm not even going to say that. She knows who she is. Lego Horizon. So not Lego. What was the one? Yeah, no. Astro's Playroom is one of those things that does need a sequel, but I think when you probably will get an Astro's Playroom too, but that's when you get PS6. That's gonna be your next tech demo for PS6. They only see that as a technical showcase type of thing. So, hey,
My only concern is with these consoles now.
mm,
When the next gen comes out, how long are we going to be cross-genning it? Because we've been 4 years. We're
mm,
4 years into these consoles, and they're still releasing on last
5
gen.
technically, yeah, damn near 5 at this point.
So
And
when PlayStation 6 comes out on the next Xbox, right?
that's right. When PS6
It's going to be
drops, you're
worth
gonna be on
buying.
PS5, Jen.
Yeah, but the same games are going to be releasing on these systems that we have now.
Yeah, because they haven't been maxed out. Like literally, you're about to get a PS5
They're treating
Pro.
them like PCs. They want them to be like PCs.
Yeah, they're like Steam machines. Remember that conversation? They're literally Steam machines. They've literally in that territory now.
I don't like that console gaming went that way.
Yeah.
But I like the old days when there was bespoke hardware. Do you remember when
Yep.
like Sony's hardware was very different to everyone else's, and so was Nintendo's.
Yeah.
So was Microsoft's.
But they got too
Remember?
ambitious with that. Mark Cerny even said they got a little too ambitious when he first. Because
I think
remember,
it was
cell
the
architecture.
PS2.
Well, he was looking at like again crazy power, but he was also looking at it to get it in different means, and that's where cell architecture came into play. And cell architecture, believe it or not, he even said it too when he was bringing up PS4 and 5 that the cell architecture could still pump out shit that we're getting on PS5. Yeah, it's that powerful, but it's just it takes longer.
Too ahead of its time.
Right, it takes too long, and it's one of those things that just it's tough. But I will admit,
Remember Emotion Engine
yep,
on the PS2 and that. I miss those days. You know when you had it was a bit. It weren't like the same like Sony and Microsoft going to AMD and getting everything from them. That they was making their own stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I liked. But listen, bro, I'm gonna have to call it a night, man. I'm up early. It's 2 a.m. here now in the UK.
Yeah. So let's
how long we been on this for? Like we've done how long? We gave it a good run, bro.
Yeah, 2:20. Oh yeah, 2 hours 20 minutes. That's
2 hours. Yeah, we're giving it a good run, man.
Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely shut down.
I gotta go.
Nah, we gotta shut this down. So I already covered everything, shit. But no,
Had a good time, man, as usual.
oh yeah, no, it was good to have you on there. You know, we'll have you back, officially in June. But to everybody in the chat, I want to say thank you guys for showing up, pulled up. I appreciate the love. Thank you very, very much. The back and forth, the discourse in the chat. If you guys like today's show, hit the like button. Appreciate it. We'll definitely see you guys next week. Make sure you guys check out Fox Games UK on this YouTube channel. And, of course, y'all be locked in every week. We'll be back in this. So, looking forward to doing everything. And keep it going. Sounds
No
pretty
problem, Thanks, Foxy. I love a good debate. No worries, man. No hard feelings with anyone in this chat, man. It's all opinion. It's either worth something or it's not.
Yes,
Doesn't
sir.
matter.
Yes, sir.
Love gaming.
There you go, man. To everybody in the chat, man, y'all enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys again next week. And y'all go actually play some games. Enjoy some games, man. I know a lot of people are bent out of shape and what's happening right now. A lot of people are afraid. Listen, don't be afraid. Listen, like Sean Layton said, don't be afraid that someone else gets to play a game. Worry about supporting your fellow developers and supporting the hobby that you love. That's all you got to worry about. And we'll be fine. Okay? PlayStation is going to be great. Gaming is going to continue to be great. And all of you are going to be fine in the long run. I promise you. Whatever the announcement is.
Before we go, I'm going to leave you all with this little snippet.
Take it away.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is supposed to be coming out in 18 months. PS5 Pro is supposed to be coming out at the end of the year. They say that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to perform best on PS5 Pro because of the extra hardware, but no one's considered this. In 2 years, at 6 months after 18 months, Microsoft's dropping their new Xbox. So where is it really going to play best?
Well, that
On a
Xbox is
console,
yeah.
Or on a whole new generation of Xbox? Think about that.
Well, I don't think that's an upgrade though. I think it's more of the same, right? They just taking the disc drive out, or did they say they improved
No. The new generation of Xbox here is rumored.
Oh,
Say that.
Okay,
Rumored.
Okay,
To come out in 2026.
got you.
Right, so they're dropping it early, like they did with the 360, to try and get the jump on Sony.
Oh,
right?
okay.
That means they're gonna have the best version of Grand Theft Auto 6. They'll have the best hardware. It's got to be better. Their hardware has to be better than PS5 Pro, or it can't be next gen, right?
Yeah.
It can't be classed as next gen if it's on the same level as the PS5 Pro. So technically, Xbox might end up with the best version of Grand Theft Auto 6. Sony will for 6 months only. And then 6 months later, the best version will be on Xbox. Think about that. All it takes is a patch. Or they might just have it unlocked on the current Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Like a mode where it's visual fidelity uncapped. So it runs like pants on your Xbox, but when the new one comes out, it's already, they don't have to patch it because the option's already there to play it at highest resolution and highest frame rate.
And one thing's for certain, this generation, we've had more hardware than software. I'll leave it at that.
We've had a lot of controllers.
Yeah.
Different colors.
A lot of shit. A lot of hardware related shit. I've been good.
That's where they made their money. Not on games, on controllers.
People buying those like damn, what's them shit, them little, I forgot what they're called.
All
Those,
the revenue came from controllers and Game Pass.
oh, Lord. That's funny.
And I'm not taking the mick. That's probably true. You know what
Whoops.
I mean? 'Cause them controllers, I seen people with like 10, 12 of them in posting pictures.
Yeah.
So there's obviously people are buying them.
Yep.
Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Think about that Grand Theft Auto 6, where it's going to play. Obviously, it's going to play best on PC. Because by the time the new Xbox comes out, you should have a PC port. One would hope.
He said PS5 needs a power glove. Oh, God, stop. Y'all be good, man. Everybody in the chat, much love. See you guys next week. Again, Foxy Games UK, as always, appreciate you. And we'll see you guys, man. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good weekend.
Yes, sir. We out, guys.